Hey, welcome. This is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. We're one of the new Doesn't Suck Being Vegan shirts. I'll share some links with you for that later. I just got it in the mail, really stoked. Been wanting to make this shirt for a year or so, and thanks to you guys, especially Peter, our moderator, for really pushing me to follow through with that. So welcome, guys. Hopefully you were with us about half an hour ago at the Love Spirals video premiere for our video download. So it was cool to see a lot of you guys there. Maybe we'll watch it together later on in this live stream. I want to say thanks for everyone who showed up for that. And we can talk more about that if you have any questions about download. So thanks for showing up, guys. I'm actually doing things a little bit differently. I've changed my setup here. Let me know if the lighting looks any better. I wish it weren't so bright. You can see light leaking in back there still. I guess that's what happens when you're like, a month from the summer solstice, basically. But anyway, good evening, everyone. I see a lot of the regulars here, all right, already. Like Adam, I don't remember Adam. He said this guy is great, worth the wait. Well, thank you. Awesome. A-Star, Cradle, how's it going? And Free, and Epsom Salts, Bill, and Aubrey, and John, Hardly Tin Man, Adonis. Good to see you guys. Did you guys get notifications? Because I noticed I got a notification half an hour ago for the Love Spirals video premiere, but I didn't get one for this live stream. So let me know if you guys have if you got a notification from YouTube. I usually get an email as well. Let me just check something really quick. I should just see if I got an email. Maybe I didn't get notified on that. Let's see. Okay, I did get an email notification. I have an iPhone. You guys probably true on Android too, but especially on iOS. It's just really random if you get notified for things like important calls, important text messages come through. Nothing, Angie will be texting me that she's having some problem. Nothing, but some spam junk mail about whatever, election thing, and it gets prime notification. So anyway, guys, good to see you. Cool. Rebecca, I'm glad you got a notification there. And yeah, gruel doesn't suck, because that's what vegan food really is. If you're a viewer of Piers Morgan, that's what you would be led to believe. But anyway, oh yeah, gruel doesn't suck. And I remember I should have, Angie made the joke, and I think she did, when Piers was talking about, I don't go to your gruel restaurants. And I think she said, and I thought with her, like, that sounds cool. I'd love to go to a gruel restaurant. Like, where is there a gruel restaurant? I mean, I want to check out a grill restaurant. So anyway, cool. So you got a notification too, Fa? Cool. Hey, thinking out loud, how's it going? So mindful. You've been away, yeah. You're here walking your fur baby. Awesome. So mindful. Hey, I know what it's like. Life is crazy. That's all I can say after being alive 50 odd years. It's a trip. But yeah, I almost did a musical pun there. What a long stream trip it's been. I did it. You make great gruel. I want to eat more gruel, but single and not ready to mingle. That's funny. So mindful. Hey, Dr. Bear. Good to see our regulars here. I'm really stoked. I have a different setup here. I'm on a new, it's an old monitor, but basically I had this, I have my two monitors here. My main monitor is an Apple Thunderbolt display. They're from like 2010, It's not one of those new Apple Cinema displays or anything like that. I liked it so much that I had this bizarre Asus 1080p monitor I was using. The colors were junk. And I'm going, why not they're like, the Apple Thunderbolt displays are so cheap right now. Everyone's dumping them, I got another one for like $180 on like Facebook Marketplace from a guy locally. So now I have two of these pretty nice monitors, better resolution, and I'm actually watching the live stream on my streaming software. Before I couldn't do that really because I didn't have enough space with 1080p. So I'm really stuck now. I've really dialed in this live stream setup. It's really kicking butt for me. Anyway, what's that, Daniel? Ever heard of veganism in the 80s? Angie's in the chat right now. She actually did. She has a story about how she got a 45, a little piece of vinyl from I think a straight edge punk rock band, and they were describing veganism and all these other kind of things that you might hear us kind of talking about on our vegan channels here. And this is in the 1980s, before there was social media and YouTube and TikTok and Twitter and all that. So But it was really weird back then. Being vegan in the 80s was weird. Even PETA used the word vegetarian, like go vegetarian rather than go vegan. Like going vegetarian was hard back then, like way harder than it is to go vegan now. There's just so much more information, support, restaurants, knowledge, acceptance. Hey, what's that? Hey, Vegan Metalhead. Thanks for the first and hopefully not last super chat tip of the evening here. You bought 2 pounds of bean thread noodles, 1 pound of wild rice noodles, and 2 pounds of sweet potato noodles. Looks like noodles are your starts this week. Hey, let's see if you can turn that into gruel somehow. And if so, send me a picture on Facebook if you got some gruel hatching up there. Okay, Angie commented about the band and the name of the release, where she first was exposed to these ideas of going vegan, and she followed along, strangely enough. You know, she saw the information that this band gave and said, hell yeah, it's wrong to raise all these animals, to slaughter them. It's wrong to feed all these animals when we could be feeding hungry and starving humans. Environmental destruction. It was known back then, you know, so let's see. Travis, there were a few anarcho-punk bands that had animal rights messages. Yeah, I think they would be one of them. An anarcho-punk. I don't know if they're anarcho or not. Angie can comment on that aspect. Yo, Groovy Lisa, what's up? Oh, let me get some water here. It's hot today, guys. It's let's see. Wait, why is my workout paused here from the gym, man? What the hell's up with that? I thought I ended it. Oh well, let me just end it for sure. That's crazy. Wow, I blew or spent through well over 1,000 calories today at the gym, like 1,200, 1,300. It was pretty crazy. So yeah, I'm thirsty. It's hot today. I was just trying to look at the temperature, and 81 right now, guys. 81 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is Celsius, like mid 30s or something like that. But yeah, pretty warm. And mind you, it's 6 p.m. right now. It was warmer, even warmer a few hours ago. Hey, Griffin babies, good to see ya. Nancy, Travis, the band that exposed you to animal rights first was Conflict. I think that's really interesting that a lot of people like Travis and Angie were, seems like, you know, their first big exposure to the concepts of veganism, animal rights was through music and through, you know, bands from that predated the internet by quite a while. Let's see. Hey, Uncle, good to see Uncle here. How's it going? What are you saying there, Uncle? Your internet access has been subject to Friday the 13th. You may not be here long. It's today Friday. Oh my God, I didn't realize today's Friday the 13th. Whoa. I mean, the day's almost over, and I'm just coming to that realization now. I hope you're going to make it there. Just make sure there's no stray axes and chainsaws laying around, Uncle, and you'll probably squeak by. You only have like what 6 more hours to get through. I think you're gonna make it. Hopefully, we're betting on you there, Uncle. Everyone else too, be careful. Make sure no horror movies play out over the next few hours for you on this Friday the 13th. Yeah, Angie had no idea either. It shows you how preoccupied we've been. We've been working so hard, guys. I kind of apologize we haven't been doing more happy, healthy vegan videos, but you saw we just released our music video for download. After refresh it, this is like right after, you know, the live stream, the live premiere of that bit. We've been working on that, been getting the new merch store out, and I gotta say these shirts on. Let me see if I can go there. Let me go back to that. Let's see. Let me go to our new store here. It's one thing I've been working on too was to get a better URL, the website.com. And let me paste it down in the chat for you guys here so you can go there. Merch. It has some crazy Teespring address that no one could remember unless you're a computer. Anyway, now it's merch.happyhealthyvegan.org. I have it linked off our websites too. And I was kind of slightly skeptical of the quality of the shirts and the print. I have tried this brand of shirt. Was it Next Level? We tried it a few years back with Happy Healthy Vegan. I thought it was all right. I wasn't sure how the printing was going to be. This is cool. This is a really quality shirt. I'm going to order a bunch more. So yeah, we have it in a few colors here, and we also have some different styles too. Where did they all go? Shoot, I don't know our store all that well yet. I thought there was like let's see. Oh well, you guys can go there. Just check it out yourself. merch.happyhealthyvegan.org. Again, the link is down there in the show description. And I'm digging this shirt. I thought a few of you guys ordered them. Let me know if you got one yet. I know Peter ordered one. I don't see Peter right now, but we will ask him once he comes on. I thought he was going to come on. I saw him comment earlier before the live stream started. So anyway, guys, yeah, these are cool shirts. I can vouch for them. I vetted them now. I have it on. It's quality. It's, comparable to what we were doing before, so it's not like a step down or anything. It's comfortable. It's soft. I'm digging it. I'm going to wear this shirt nonstop for the next few days. Too bad it's 81 degrees though. Hey Alex, just listen to our new song, Download. Let me get back to that tab on the web browser here. Let me go to Love Spirals. You just listen to it. What'd you think there? I lost your comment. Just listen to the new song on the Love Spirals channel. Dope track. Thank you. Yeah, maybe we'll listen in a little bit here together. We just did the live stream 40 minutes ago, so we'll give it a little breather for some of you guys that just saw it. But we'll wait for some newcomers to come on, people that were not around 40 minutes ago. I assume a lot of you guys probably saw it too. But anyway, we'll put it on. We'll play it together in a little bit. But thanks, yeah. I always love that song. It's a 3-song EP, Smile, that it came out on of ours. But it was the last song, but it doesn't mean it's like my least favorite. Sometimes the way you structure, or at least I like to structure an album, or in this case an EP, I like to put a great song at the end, something epic, something, just epic. And that song has that big epic guitar solo. And we wanted to make a video that captured kind of the sadness of the song. A lot of our videos are kind of at the beach and in the light, in the sun, and this time all at night. And outside and inside at nighttime, just capturing some loneliness and darkness. And yeah, we did some different things. We tried to make it more cinematic, I guess, this time. It's shot in 4K resolution. I don't know if YouTube preserved that, though, or not, so I'll check it out in a bit. And we haven't, as Angie's saying there, we haven't performed live in a long time. We're more of a recording band. We like to, make albums. Now we like making videos too, so we're just about crafting these nice works of art. And live is tough. Live is always crazy and chaotic, and it's really I don't know if you guys really understand the economics of touring. It's really expensive. Yeah, if you're a big artist, yeah, you can make it work, but for a smaller band like us, seriously, we've done it a few times, so I know breaking even is awesome. Making money is even more awesome, but not as common, or at least not as lucrative. Maybe you make just barely more than break even. So anyway, even though it's fun, we love going out, and I enjoy meeting people when we play live. But yeah, I've always been a studio-oriented band, always have. And, playing live is kind of like an afterthought sort of thing. We don't have a band. We don't have a drummer, bass player, keyboard player, and backup guitarists and singers. No, just us in the studio. If I want to lay down 20 guitar tracks, I can. If I want to use a drum kit or a drum machine, whatever's working for the song. But that's how we kind of operate. Just trying to craft nice songs. They take a long time, but, just making what we want. No record label pressure to create something in the genre that they're specialists in promoting, which is good and bad. There's something good to be said about that, but I really like the creative freedom to do whatever I want and not have to worry about it. It's always been my goal. Love Spirals World Tour, Daniel. Yeah, probably not going to happen unless something really, really weird happens to us. But yeah, we've been putting a lot more time into our band this year in 2022. We've been working hard. So I guess our content as far as Happy Healthy Vegan has dropped off a bit, but that's cool. I think we can find a way to balance it out, I can still be a vegan activist and an artist. We shouldn't wait 5-6 years between albums. I was so hardcore all in on Happy Healthy Vegan for so long that it was very difficult to have that energy to also make music on any kind of regular basis too. So we're kicking butt, man. 2 videos this year, new 3-song EP. We're firing, and we have more songs in the works too. So I'm hoping to get some more stuff out this year, 2 releases in a year. I mean, that's unheard of. So we are kicking butt. Whoa, it's the 20th anniversary for our first album next month. Holy moly, Angie. Wow, that's crazy. Wow. I guess that's right. Yeah, it came out in 2002. Wow. That's all I can say. Let's see. So who else is still here? Thomas, you saw an interview last night with Ted Nugent. Claiming vegans kill more animals than animal killers. Yeah, similar to Piers. I mean, how is that so? Yeah, I mean, what is he talking about? Like, how do vegans kill animals? Is he talking about crop deaths? Because one of it's so easy to debunk. I mean, first of all, crop deaths. Let's look at like the biggest crops, at least here in the United States: soy and corn. And like the vast majority of those crops, like soy and corn, like over like 90%, doesn't ever reach a human's mouth. It goes to feed livestock, and in corn's case, ethanol, for fuel for cars and vehicles. So little bit reaches humans. And of those humans, it's even a smaller percentage of those humans that are vegan. So it's a ridiculous argument. They just say stuff because it sounds good. It makes them sound good. Yeah, I kill all these animals, yet I kill fewer animals than vegans do. Nonsense. Hey, Jen, thanks for the congratulations. Awesome. Robert, have we ever done a song about veganism? Not really. I mean, my first band, before Love Spirals Downwards, we were very I didn't even use English all that much, so it's kind of Angie uses English primarily. We've had a few songs in other languages, but it's never really been about we're not like a Bob Dylan kind of band, I'm trying to say, a band that has like a message. I've always kind of been more about feeling and emotion, and you can still use lyrics and have a message. I'm not trying to say Angie's lyrics are nonsense, but they're kind of more about feeling rather than again a message like a political statement or something like that. That said, I'm not opposed to making a song that's more literal or direct about a message about veganism. It's just not my wheelhouse. I would have a lot of trouble crafting something like that out, and I think Angie would too, because I operate purely just off this spiritual energy, not to get too woo-woo or something like that, but it's hard to say. But yeah, I really can't operate as a message crafting musical artist. But it's all good. I respect people that do that. I'm not saying Bob Dylan sucks or people that do that are lower or anything like that. It's just not my strong suit, not my gift or something. Not to say I'm gifted, but it's not my gift. Let's see. So let's have some questions. Let's see. I see there's been a few questions and I must have missed them, so ask away. Hardly Tim and Adonis, you have that shirt in production. Yes, Tim Man is right here. Let me paste the link. Oh, I can't do it there. Let me paste the link to our new t-shirt here. It's at merch.happyhealthyvegan.org. And there's the music vid, but I'll show you the web store that Angie made. She made it all on Teespring by herself. It's right here for y'all. So yeah, that shirt is in production. You can order it right now. Probably ship out on Monday or something like that. I don't think they're open on the weekend. But yeah, I just got it a few days ago, and I can vouch this is a quality shirt. And you can get I still want to get one of our logo shirts, one of the Happy Healthy Vegan shirts from there, and compare it to the ones that we've been making all these years. But we have pretty much everything and more, sweatshirts or hoodies. We have the ebooks up there too. You can get a coffee mug. So it's pretty impressive what you can. And Angie brought back some of the cubic carved items as well. So yes. Check out the link down there to merch.happyhealthyvegan.org. This shirt is fully in production. A few of you, I'm sure, have gotten it already. I wish Peter was here, because he's in Canada, so I wonder if it made it across international lines as quickly as I got mine here. John Tang and Ted Nugent is a good source for approximately 0% information. And I can't say I disagree with that too much. And cool, Thomas, you liked my debunking of Piers Morgan? Hey, it's something I do. Like I said at the beginning of that video, I'm just not hopping on a bandwagon. I've been debunking Piers Morgan, I don't know, 4 years, 5 years, a long time. He's been saying nonsense about veganism for quite a while. So whenever Piers says something stupid, I'm going to make a video. It's just what I do. You can't stop me. I'm not saying you guys want to stop me or anyone wants to stop me. I just can't stop myself. If he's going to make a stupid video about veganism or, saying stupid stuff about veganism, easily disprovable nonsense, I'm gonna respond. I feel it's like my moral duty, my obligation to veganism to respond to the nonsense. Sure, I'll get like a tiny percent of a fraction of the views that he got, but what can you do? We all can speak out collectively. Me and other guys like say everything Ed, we can all just speak out collectively and get the just get it out there. Cool, Robert. I'm glad you're liking our cool looking merch here on merch.happyhealthyvegan.org. That's something I set up for any of you guys who are like into IT and web programming and that stuff. That one thing I did yesterday, I haven't done this in a while, is create a new subdomain on happyhealthyvegan.org. Forgive me if I'm getting too techie here. Create a subdomain, merch.happyhealthyvegan, and point the store, that domain, that subdomain, to our Teespring store, which had a really nasty URL before that. So yeah, good thing I have some web skills from my past, so I can do stuff like this. It's not rocket science, but it's a little confusing if you're not doing this every day. All right, cool. I am sparkling today. Thank you. Yeah, I actually am kind of sparkling. I think it's some of this crap I have in my hair today. I put some coconut, macadamia oil, some kind of conditioner in it earlier, just to get it soft again. It's getting a little beat up, and yeah, kind of slicked it down a little tiny bit. Tame this wild beast of a hair. Just time to get some kind of cut in the future again. Anyway, Are we finally have someone to debunk veganism? All right, first of all, before we even try to debunk veganism nose to tail, let's just make sure everyone's on the same page. I have some really basic, simple rules. These are just, these are not fascist, dogmatic rules. These are just basic ideas for people to get along. Just like things you would need to abide by, say, if you were at school, be it high school, elementary, or university. If you were in a workplace, whether you're superior or subordinate, whatever, just basic rules. Be civil. You don't go up and personally attack your boss or your employee and get all racist or ageist on him or her. So just be cool. And no spamming. Most people here are not here to spam. And for people like Nose to Tail who would love to debunk veganism, I've only discussed one of your claims at a time. So if you throw this out at me, Nose to Tail, this is what you're all in with. You can't also bring up, say, the combine harvester argument or whatever, thing you want to bring. We call that throwing poop on the wall. So no throwing poop on the wall. So if you're aware of those, let's take a look at your claim here. Let's see, can I copy that here? I'm doing things slightly different tonight. Okay, let me see if I can get this into the on the poop wall here. All right, so. All right, let's see how this works out. Oh, that didn't work. Let me try it one more time. So I'm having some technical issues with the poop wall, and unfortunately I remembered it right before the live stream. I didn't have time to fully flesh it out, but here's my workaround. So let's check it out here. A vegan diet is nutritionally deficient and requires synthetic supplementation for survival. So nose to tail, that's two things. The and is known in logic as a conjoining operator. It's on the left side and the right side of and. Both must be true in order for your claim here to be true. So let's look at the left side, the first claim. A vegan diet is nutritionally deficient. Can you provide us any evidence of that claim, nose to tail? Can you cite a credible or even not credible group of health professionals, not like a couple guys on YouTube or something like that, a group of health professionals, ones that have an organization and their reputation is on the line to not put out bogus nonsense or to say something that's false. So nose to tail, let me know what's your support for this. Is it just your belief, or do you have any scientifically a group of health professionals who have put their organization's reputation's name on the line? And we'll take a look. So the ball is in your court and we will wait for you. And that's why we have this poop ball here, to make sure you don't throw some other thing out. But what about crop dust? What about the combine harvester? This is the hill you're gonna die on, so to speak. So let's see it. And RDCs, B12 is not synthetic, but let's go back and look at the first part of your claim here. A vegan diet is nutritionally deficient. So you're saying only B12. Is that the only thing that you're saying that a vegan diet is nutritionally deficient? At first you made it sound like we're deficient in all these things, and now you're just saying, oh, there's only one thing, by the way, Ryan, it's just B12. Is that what you're saying? Only B12? Is that the only thing that vegans are deficient in? And if so, can you tell me, where did you get this from? Do you have any health organizations that say that vegan diets are inherently nutritionally deficient? So tell me, is it all things, or just is it pretty much all nutrients, or is it just B12? And where is your source for this? And Graven Babies points out a good point. And we could go look online at B12 supplements that are fed to livestock. So I guess livestock are nutritionally deficient as well in B12. So anyway, let's see, is it all nutrients or a whole bunch, or just one little nutrient known as B12? I'm going to see, because at first it sounded like a broad sweeping claim, and now he or she has backed it down to one single thing. So let's zero in on this. Oh, and spammed him. We don't get the right nutrients to help with brain development. We'll get you on the poop hole too. All right, spammed him. Please tell me, where is your source? How do you know this? Is it just something you intuited, or is it like some kind of again, do you know of any like, say, health professionals, like particularly not just individuals, but associations, groups of health professionals whose organizations oh, it didn't work out. Hang on one sec. Whose organizations reputations depend on this information being true or false. So let's see. So Chris nose to tail, you're just gonna say B12. That's it. That's the only one. So vegan diets are okay. Make sure I got you right here, nose to tail. Aside from B12, you're saying vegan diets are completely fine and nutritionally adequate. Is that what you're saying, nose to tail? Except for B12, vegan diets are nutritionally adequate. Yes or no? And I'm spammed him. Yeah, we're waiting to hear where you got this information from. So here's, John raises a point. I haven't even gotten to the responses. I'm just trying to get their positions out there before we respond. But I'll read what John Tangen said. Most of the people in the world who take B12 supplements are not vegan. And we get into the, which one is it? The Nurses Health Study where, is it published by Tufts University, that 40% of Americans, not vegans, 40% of Americans, actually it's 39% of Americans are either deficient or dangerously low in B12. Say that again, 39% of Americans who eat meat and cheese and eggs and all that, they are either deficient or dangerously low in B12. So what does that tell you about meat being a reliable and adequate source of bioavailable B12? If nearly 2 out of 5 humans that you look out, when you look out into the world, 2 out of the 5 humans you see will be either deficient or dangerously low in B12, and these are not vegans. These are just, meat-eating people. So what do you say about that? How nutritionally adequate is a meat diet if all these people eating meat are still deficient in B12? Nose to tail. So you're going to stick with B12. So let me say yes or no, B12. I'm sorry, nose to tail. Yes or no? So you're saying yes. Type it out there. Yes. Aside from B12, vegan diets are nutritionally adequate. Let me know if that's what you're saying. We got to get your position here, or else it's hard to respond to like an ambiguous position. We strive for clarity here. If you guys don't know, I am a philosopher of sorts. I was in a PhD program, and I took a leave of absence, and I never came back. I found other things in life that I thought were more worthwhile, but that's what my career would have been as a philosopher. I got a bachelor's in philosophy and was a PhD program dropout. So in philosophy, we don't like ambiguity. Clarity of thought is paramount. So make sure we understand your position. So let us know, nose to tail. Say yes. Aside from B12, vegan diets are nutritionally adequate. That's what we're saying, nose to tail. You can't say, I'm saying, are you saying aside from B12, vegan diets are nutritionally adequate? Yes or no? It's a simple yes or no. Just let me know if that's what your position is now. Because you're saying B12, and okay, That may or may not be true, but are you saying aside from B12, vegan diets are nutritionally adequate? Yes or no? All right, so I'm juggling a few different people here and stuff. But anyway, all right, let me get some more water as we wait for a response here. I'm just asking you, nose to tail. You're saying B12. So first you came on here talking a big talk, saying vegan diets. You seem to have this vibe that vegan diets are just hardcore nutritionally adequate, and now you seem to be backpedaling it from hardcore nutritionally adequate to just one nutrient, B12. So are you saying aside from B12, would you say, let's say I give you vegan diets are B12 deficient. Let's, for just argument's sake, I give you that. Would you say, okay, and aside from B12, vegan diets are okay as far as nutrition goes? Just let me know if would you agree with that? Hey, me community guy vegana. Yeah, almond milk. Many plant milks are fortified with B12. Not all. Check the label. Many of them are fortified with B12. And guess what? Many dairy milks are also fortified as well. So, hey, Crocs in the kitchen. Good to see y'all. It's actually a myth that we developed faster when we started eating meat. Yeah, like since the brain runs on glucose, finding an unlimited supply of glucose-rich foods, starchy tubers that no animals were eating. We didn't have to compete with anyone else because no one else knew how to heat them up. Yeah, it changed the game. That would make sense if that's the fuel of the brain and you found an unlimited source of fuel for it. Let's see. So I kind of lost nose to tail. Nose to tail. Okay, let's just say for argument's sake, nose to tail, that I agree that vegan diets are deficient in B12. Let's just say I agree with that. Would you, just for argument's sake, would you also agree that aside from B12, vegan diets are nutritionally adequate? Yes or no? How come you can't answer that? I said for argument's sake, let's run with your idea here that vegan diets are deficient in B12. Let's just say that, okay? So would you also agree that aside from B12, that vegan diets are just nutritionally adequate? Yes or no? Why is that so hard for you to say? Yes or no? Don't argue with vegan Wesker. You're talking to me, nose to tail. That's why you're up here on the poop wall. So what do you mean? How do I know? Oh, spammed him. Yeah, let's see. You said you don't get the right nutrients to help with brain development. I'm going, okay, that's a great claim. What evidence do you have for that? And particularly evidence, you don't have to cite a study. I know that you can, studies are kind of useless, but I'm asking about, like, say, a health organization that has come out and said, hey, watch out, people. If you or your kids are on a vegan diet, you and your kids won't get the nutrients to help with brain development. Basically, can you find a health group, a group of health professionals who have come out and said, after reviewing the scientific literature, that vegan diets are nutritionally inadequate to provide sufficient nutrient for brain development? That's what I'm looking for. I don't want an opinion. I want to, cool, that cat's right on me. Awesome, that looks pretty rad. Hey, Thomas, thank you so much for your super chat tip there. Much appreciated, and it goes to help keep the lights on here. And you see, we got a lot of lights. So anyway, that's what I'm talking about. How do you know? Because science says so. Like, please let me know if, like, where are you getting this from? Again, can you find me any health organizations that say vegan diets are insufficient for brain development? That's what I'm looking for. Maybe you can, cite, something, but I want to know what's the strongest evidence you have. Do you have anything as far as a health organization risking their reputation by stating that vegan diets are nutritionally inadequate for brain development? That's what we want to see. Let's see. You won the argument. Nose to tail says he won the argument. I'm not saying you convinced me that vegan diets are deficient in B12. I'm saying let's go with that. Let's assume that to be true. Not to say it's a necessary true fact about the universe, but let's just assume that to be true. Would you also agree then that aside from B12, is there any nutritional inadequacies that a vegan diet is just unable to address, basically? Let me know. Aside from B12, are vegan diets nutritionally adequate? Yes or no? There's no winning the argument. I'm trying to flush out your idea here, and you won't even play along. You won't even say, okay, you're right, Ryan. Yeah, okay, aside from B12, vegan diets aren't that bad. You can get all the stuff you need. Yes or no? Just tell me yes or no. Why is that so hard for you? And if you can't, we're going to have to move on because this is dragging out way too long. You won't concede to the terms of my argument? That's not terms of my argument. I'm just saying yes or no. Yeah, it's a simple question. Say, yeah, Ryan, yeah, you're right, or no, you're wrong, Ryan. Even in addition to B12 deficiencies, there are other nutrients they're impossible for vegans to get. It's a yes or no. I'm not trying to trap you. I'm just saying, which is it? You would either say yes, aside from B12, yeah, vegan diet is nutritionally adequate, or no. There's many others. I'm sticking to B12 though, but there are many others. Which is it? The former or the latter? Why is that so hard? I don't understand. Okay. What is that, nose to tail? A vegan diet void of B12, yes or no? That you must have either you're having some kind of brain fog, or you mistyped something. So state that again, because what you said there, a vegan diet void of B12, yes or no? Is a vegan diet void of B12, yes or no? Well, I'm good. I'm asking you. Let's just say let's just assume that to be true, okay? Let's assume that's true. I'm not saying 100% yes or no. I'm just saying let's assume that to be true. Just put that aside now. What'd you say then? Aside from B12, vegan diets are nutritionally adequate. Yes or no? Say yeah, you're right, Ryan, or say no, you're wrong, Ryan. There's other nutrients of concern for vegans too that we just are unable to get. So let me know. Nose to tail, no, you don't get to control the topic here. You don't get to control the discussion. You won't answer my question. So why would I answer your question? You can't answer a simple question like that. So I'm going to answer your question now, nose to tail. Okay, so I'm going to respectfully put you in timeout as I answer your question. I can't do that here. I'm going to respectfully put you in timeout as I answer your question so I can answer in a thorough manner. So it'll just be 300 seconds. It's really not that long. So let's answer his question here. B12 absorption is an issue that is not a vegan issue. It's B12. I mean, first of all, you can have foods that are fortified in B12, as many people said here. They're dairy milks. It's arguable that nutritional yeast has B12 that's bioavailable. But this guy is saying, what's his name again? Nose to tail wants to say a vegan diet, it's impossible to get bioavailable B12. That's your position there. You've said that several times here, that you cannot, your message shouldn't be deleted. My bad. I didn't know when I time out someone that it deletes their message. But anyway, I'm going to answer your question now. Let's go look at a completely vegan source of B12 that hasn't been added with B12 or anything. I'm going to show you right now. You can be 100% vegan and get all the B12 you need. So let's go take a look at a plant called duckweed. That's its name. That's its common name. I'm not sure what its scientific, Latin genus and all that stuff is, but it's called duckweed. And that's the primary ingredient in Clean Machine green protein. Let's go look at the nutritional supplement facts. Remember, this is a whole food plant. There's not like a bunch of chemical isolates and crap like that. It's a whole food plant. It's essentially duckweed blended with a little bit of pea protein. And let's look at right here. Oops, I went too far. Can you guys see on the screen here? B12, 0.47 micrograms, which is 20% of a recommended daily value. So that's not a trivial amount. You can get 100% if you have enough duckweed. You don't have to get it from Clean Machine. There's other sources of duckweed out there. So Nose to Tail was earlier arguing that there are no plant foods that contain bioavailable B12. And as we see right here, no, Clean Machine actually has, I think it's 3 or 4 different kinds of bioavailable B12 that they've tested so far. There could possibly be more. So right here it says, has more vitamin B12 than other proteins like, pea, rice, hemp, and soy. I don't know if those even have bioavailable B12. So there you go. It's look at in here, 100% natural, certified vegan, gluten-free. It's not chemical isolates. It's a whole food plant. The B12 hasn't been fortified into it in any way, shape, or form. And actually, if you are interested, anyone, in getting some of this, I use this all the time. When I first got interested in it, they didn't know at the time that it had bioavailable B12. No one was testing for it because no one thought an aquatic plant like that would have bioavailable B12, but it does. And here, you can use my link here. I'm a proud friend and affiliate of Clean Machine, and you can save 10% on your orders there at cleanmachineonline.com. So we just answered his question there, nose to tail. If you're listening, if you go around saying that there's no bioavailable B12 in any plants, I just showed you one right there. So there goes your argument saying you won the debate. No, you didn't. You made a false statement. It is false to say that a completely vegan diet can not ever possibly get some kind of natural B12 that's in the plant foods. You are just completely wrong. And Dr. Bear, yeah, excellent point. I didn't even get to all the problems with, what's that guy's name again? Nose to tail. I didn't get into any of the problems. Yeah, I'll read your statement verbatim here, Dr. Bear. Even if a vegan diet required that, even if a vegan diet required synthetic supplementation, why would that be a problem? Like, appeal to nature fallacy. Why is it wrong to take a supplement? Because as Angie points out here, as I discussed a little bit earlier from the Nurses' Health Study, 2 out of 5 Americans need to take B12 supplements. They're not necessarily taking them because they might not know, but 40% of Americans need to take a B12 supplement just because they're not getting enough B12 in their, it's just not being absorbed properly. The bioavailability is limited in a lot of people, and these aren't vegans. So B12 absorption, I've said this time and time again, I'm not a medical doctor, but I've read enough to know this. It's not a vegan problem, it's a people problem. I'm not sure if it has to do with how food is more clean now. I don't know, I've heard all these different theories, but the bottom line is, if you are a human being, you should probably take a B12 supplement. Here's the few people that shouldn't take one. And again, I'm not a medical doctor, but this is my opinion. If you are getting your blood tested regularly and you see that you have healthy B12 levels and your doctor says it's safe, don't take a B12 supplement. Again, talk with your medical professional. But if you're not like me and getting your blood tested all the time, because I love getting my blood tested, Angie and all you guys know that, I love that. So, if you're not getting your blood tested, whether you're vegan or not a vegan, because again, you could be one of these 40% of Americans who have dangerously low or deficient B12 levels, just take a supplement and call it a day. Why is that a problem? Why is it wrong that 2 out of 5 human beings needs to take a B12 supplement? Why is that such a horrible thing? And these people aren't vegan. So anyway, I think we've answered that. And there's more we can say. This B12 argument is just ridiculous. A, there is bioavailable B12 in plants, and B, just take a B12 supplement. Why is that wrong? Why is that such a fail if a person, vegan or not, needs to take a B12 supplement if their blood tests indicate that they should take one? Who are you? What medical doctors say, hey, taking supplements sucks. If you take a supplement, your diet sucks and you're a bad person. That is just nonsense. Anyway, truth. It's not a plant, it's a powder. Yeah, it was a plant that got transformed or processed into a powder. It's a whole food plant. The Clean Machine green protein that I put up on the screen here. Let's get back to it. It's a whole food plant. It's called duckweed. You want to see what it looks like? If you don't believe me, let's go look at duckweed. Duckweed. weed. I'll show you with a plant. And yeah, they process it so you don't have to eat a freaking plant. This thing. Here it is. Duckweed. I mean, this is what it looks like. It's a plant. And guess what? They transform it, you know? Is there something wrong with turning a plant into a powder? Is that like against like breaking the law or something like that? Like, I mean, I'm just saying, what's so bad about that? So anyway, enough of that nonsense. Nose to tail. Cool. I'll use my small town market to start stocking duckweed. I mean, you don't need to. You can just order some, and if not, you can have again, you can have foods that are fortified in B12. And again, say you needed to take a B12 supplement, whether you're vegan or not vegan. What is so wrong about that? Since 40% of Americans should be taking a B12 supplement, regardless of their vegan or lack of vegan status, what is so wrong about taking a B12 supplement? I don't understand why that's such it's not, they're not toxic. It's not like bad for you or anything like that. It's relatively cheap. Hell, I wish Angie would go grab me my B12 spray right now. I'll take some right now just to prove it's not a big effing deal. Well, if you eat eggs, then you're intentionally harming animals. So it sounds like nose to tail by your answer there and by your username that you actually don't give a crap about exploiting animals. And your whole thing about B12 and vegans is actually insincere. You know, it's not sincere. It's not why you dislike veganism. You just don't give a crap about animals. You see them as sentient beings that are here for you to exploit and kill needlessly because you're so awesome. So you really don't care. The B12 thing is just like a distraction. You're just throwing that at us. And then once I showed you wrong, now you're just like revealing your true feelings here, that you really don't care about animals, about them being unnecessarily harmed, exploited, and killed so you can eat them when you could just take a freaking B12 supplement and not kill chickens and not kill cows and other animals where you're getting your B12. And then I'm kind of curious, nose to tail. What are your B12 levels? Have you had your blood tested recently? I'm just kind of curious what your B12 levels are, because if you haven't been, there's a 40% chance you're one of these people that probably needs to take a supplement because you're having you may be one of these people that are not able to properly absorb the sufficient amounts of B12 out of their food. You care for chickens so much that you kill them. You know, this, nose to tail, no. You're going to get put in timeout for talking about, like, just flippantly, I do care for chickens. I feed them and they feed me. Oh, the thing is, you don't need to eat chickens. You're unnecessarily killing a sentient being. If you're saying you need to eat chickens to get your nutrients, you're full of crap, because you don't need to eat chickens to get your nutrients. How do I know that? I could show you. Unlike you, I can actually provide you multiple health organizations, groups of hundreds, if not thousands, of medical professionals who have come out and said that you don't need to eat chickens or cows to get the nutrients you need. So you're needlessly killing your own pets there, basically, to needlessly. You can just eat plants and be healthy and get all the nutrients you need. I'll show you my blood test. Have you seen my blood test before? That's why I'm asking about your blood test. What are your B12 levels? Just kind of curious. Yeah, Graven Babies. Yeah, good point. He sees his chickens like you see your phone. Just a product, something you utilize and, can destroy if you want to. If it serves your purposes, bang it, chop your iPhone in half or whatever you got, cut a chicken's head off if it serves your purposes. The thing is, there's a difference between a chicken and a phone in the sense that a chicken is a living, breathing, sentient being who does not want to die for a guy or gal named nose to tail or whatever. The chickens, like you and me, like all of us here, want to live. There's a will to live in conscious sentient beings. They don't want to die for some guy needlessly. They want to live and do chicken family things and chicken things. So that's that. The truth. Nope. That's a funny one. The truth about all vegans. They have all eaten meat and one day they will eat meat again. Well, most of us weren't raised vegan, so you're correct on that point. I mean, I've known a few people who claim they haven't had any meat before. Like they were raised by vegetarian parents, so they may have had dairy, but they've become vegan themselves and never had meat. And one of them's like a professional bodybuilder, so don't knock him. But yeah, I wasn't raised by vegan hippie parents or anything like that. But why would I eat meat again? Like, when will this happen? What's your name again? When will this happen that I will eat meat again? How long will it be until I say, I gotta eat meat again? Do you know how long I've been vegan for? Just curious. Danny, let's not even get politics. I would have voted for a paper towel rather than voting for the incumbent president. That's it. You could have put a paper towel on the ballot. I would have voted for the paper towel. These are funny arguments. Are you serious? Or are you just trolling me as a vegan? Spampton, why are we living so long on Earth then? Majority of people eat meat and we have lived for millions of years while eating meat. No one said that if you eat meat you will die or anything like that. That's not part of the definition of veganism. Do you want to see the definition of veganism? It has to do with animal cruelty and avoiding exploiting animals. You can live a long time. Sure. What's wrong with that? Veganism is not like a diet to make you live forever or increase your lifespan. It's a stance against animal cruelty. Yeah, Andrew brings out the incredible amounts of cholesterol and eggs, but I know the argument. All the these anti-vegans say, oh no, cholesterol is great for you. The higher your LDL cholesterol, the more awesome you are, because like Dr. Barry or some other guy said that. Who's not a cardiologist, by the way. I don't know any cardiologists who say, yeah, you should get your cholesterol as high as you possibly can because that'll make you totally dope. Yeah, I'll do that right now. Danny, you're gone. We don't need a bunch of political nonsense here, spreading conspiracy theories. Did someone already get them? Yeah. Oh, now we're doing the election fraud hoax thing. Whatevs. You're gone, bro. And Heidi, yeah, the fact that some people in this live stream watching are totally cool with eating chicken periods, more power to you. Spampton, meat is bad since animals must die. Great question, Spampton. Let's just go look at the definition of veganism, because I think a lot of people who are against veganism don't really understand what veganism is. So here it is. Oh, that's not it. Here's the definition of veganism. Put on the screen for everyone to see here. It's a philosophy, a way of living which seeks to exclude, as far as possible and practicable, all forms of cruelty and exploitation to animals. That's what veganism is. It doesn't say anything about it being the healthiest diet in the world. You're going to live a long time, or you're going to be skinny, or have big muscles, or little muscles, or be obese, or totally like what's that called? Like bean pole thin. I mean, it's nothing about that. It's a stance against animal cruelty. Nothing more, nothing less. So if you infer from that whatever you want, but that's what it is. That's why we are vegan, because we find it completely morally wrong to harm and exploit and kill animals, because it's unnecessary. Like, why would you intentionally? Here's my question to you guys that are being resistant. I want to know, why do you intentionally insist that animals must be killed every meal, virtually every day, for you to continue existing, living on this planet? Why? Because there's another way to eat that doesn't involve animals being exploited and slaughtered in order for you to live. Like, why are you so special that all these cows, chickens, and pigs are exploited and killed needlessly? I mean, I'm not exploiting potatoes and broccoli and bananas and rice and legumes and kale and what have you. So why do you feel that you're so entitled to have all these animals killed for your needless taste pleasures? Just kind of curious. Eating meat is not bad or cruel. Killing an animal is bad or cruel. Can you explain to me how killing a living sentient being is not cruel? I'd love to hear your explanation how killing a sentient being is not cruel. Please explain to us all right here, right now, once and for all, to tell us how you can kindly, without any cruelty or harm, kill a sentient being. Let's hear it. They are food. No, I mean, yeah, just because you can eat them doesn't give you the moral right to kill them. I could eat a human if I wanted to. I mean, and sometimes you have to, like, in the Donner Party, I don't know if you studied history, but they're a covered wagon group in, the 1800s trying to get to California. They crossed the Sierra Nevada mountains too late in the year, got snowed in, people died, their food supplies were gone, and guess what? The surviving humans were forced to eat the dead humans to survive. I mean, but it's the reason I bring that up is, it's not a crazy example to bring up about eating people. Oh.
Eating people.
Yeah, he said animals are food, therefore we should eat them. Well, humans can be seen as food as well.
I mean, I guess cardboard could be considered food if you're going to call it that. Okay, so here's a way we get B12.
Okay, supposedly, back to B12. Nutritional yeast, I have to verify this, but it's been claimed as a potential source of bioavailable B12. I need to fact check that though. And here, for all you people who don't know what your B12 levels are, if your B12 levels need a boost, say you are one of these 40% of Americans, not vegans, but just Americans who are low or deficient B12, take a B12 supplement. Or if you're a vegan and you're not sure what your B12 levels are, if you haven't got your blood tested, take a supplement. I'll take one right now. I'll show all these anti-vegans this horrible, evil thing I'm about to do.
Horrible evil.
I'm just being facetious. I mean, I just shot some B12 under my tongue here. So handled. How many would I get here? Like 2,000 IU or something like that. 500 micrograms of B12, the methylcobalamin variety.
Okay. You'll never be able to read the nutrition facts on this in this light, but this has B12.
Okay, and also this is Vegan Essentials vitamin pack, and you can get B12 in this as well. And all the ingredients in Vegan Essentials, I know this because I did a partnership with them a year or two ago. They're vegan sources. They didn't put B12 from cows in here or something like that. They're plant-based sources. And I'll take one. You want to take one?
I want to take it.
She's going to take it right now.
B12.
You're right, I just got B12.
Plus you had your
So let's put it like this. If this is what say I need to take this to keep high B12 or strong B12 levels as a vegan, if that means no animals need to die in order for me to live, if all I have to do is just spray this once every bit, and
no crazy cholesterol.
No, there's no cholesterol associated. There's no cruelty. It's not doesn't come from meat or anything like that. If that's all it requires in order for me to live a life that's in accordance with my ethical beliefs of not harming innocent sentient beings, if that's all I got to do, that's really easy. Think about it. If this is all it takes for you to not have to kill animals every friggin' day,
I'll take that news.
It's so easy. It's so easy. This is all you got to do. If you don't want to have animals die for you, does this seem like an easy trade-off? Let's think about it. On one side, I can have animals die needlessly for me every day, and who knows, I might be one of those 40% of Americans who still don't get enough bioavailable B12 from the meat diet, or just take a friggin' spray. I mean, this seems like such a no-brainer. Plants are alive, Spamtum. Yes, vegans don't eat plastic. I could try to eat the plastic on here. It's not bioavailable. Plants are not sentient beings. They don't have brains. They don't have central nervous systems. They don't have emotions. They don't experience fear or anger or embarrassment or pride. They don't have egos. They are not sentient beings. Yes, humans eat plants. We eat living things, but plants are they're comparable to animals in that they are alive. They're organic things, but they don't have the hardware, the physical brain and central nervous systems and other components that make conscious life happen. What do you mean they don't matter? I'm not look at the definition of veganism. Not exploiting and harming animals. How is a plant being exploited? There's no cruel. You can't be. It's against cruelty. Veganism against cruelty to animals. How can you be cruel to a plant? It's not sentient. I mean, I don't understand. Do you really think there's no difference between a dog and a piece of broccoli? You honestly think they're on an equal level playing field, a cow and a piece of kale? You really think there's really not much difference as far as sentience and the capacity to feel pain and fear? You really think they're on pretty much the same playing field? Hey, thank you for the super chat tip there, Atomic Vegan. Thank you, Stage A Vintage. Thanks so much for the very generous super chat tip. And thanks for using Streamlabs. I have that Streamlabs link pinned up top, and I see our bot texting it once in a while too here. And you get speech to text for the vegan noms, so for donations of $5 or more. So thank you so much here. Spampton, so you really see no difference. So Spampton saying there's no difference between a piece of broccoli and a dog. So if I went up and hit a dog with a baseball bat in the brain, that would be the same kind of cruelty if I went up and like hit an apple on an apple tree. You're saying both acts are morally the same. The person like hitting the dog and cracking its skull open shouldn't go to jail, shouldn't be evaluated by a psychiatrist or anything like that. They're just as like, you know, on the same playing field as me knocking with an apple out of an apple tree. That is ridiculous. If you believe that, you're psychopathic. You're saying, because I'm sure you would be able to go up and hit an apple off an apple tree. I could do that too in a heartbeat, no problem. But you're saying you would be able to walk up and smash a dog's skull in. I don't believe it. You're full of crap. All right, he's trolling us. You are gone. Yes. No, I'm going to put you in timeout. If you want to come back and play, be real here. You would not be able to crush the skull of a dog or a cat or anything for that matter. You're just, you know, bullshitting us to try to look tough or something. As a liar and a knucklehead. Thank you, Dr. Bear. I couldn't have said that better myself. Yeah, Spampton is both a liar and a knucklehead. A liar for saying that he or she would just gladly crush a cat's skull open just as easily as he or she would crush an apple off an apple tree. Bull effing loney. I just made that up. Yeah. What? Why is Siri talking to me? Okay. Anyway. Yeah, carrots don't scream, but animals do. Yeah, Daniel, good point. If you're still watching, Daniel is pointing out to what's that guy's name? I just spammed him. Yeah, since he's a plant activist, you know, it's funny. It's funny how you see all these guys that have no problem. They say they're killing an animal, but all of a sudden plants, though. Well, I need to be the voice for these voiceless plants that need protection. They don't give a crap. They kill all the animals in the world, totally fine with, but plants. But I mean, you know, you never harm plants. You don't like have a mow lawn or pull weeds out or something like that. Again, bull effing loney, knucklehead talk. Yeah, Spampton's name says it, Uncle, huh? You're totally right. Anyhow, what's your point about that comment, Truth, about the difference between being cruel to a dog versus a cow? Are you saying it's moral to harm a cow because you don't go to jail for killing a cow? Yeah, you could. Actually, cows are just viewed as property in the sense that if I walked onto a farmer's field and started killing the farmer's cows, I would never do that, obviously, but I would go to jail. I'd be destroying his or her property, his or her livelihood, his or her means of their capital, the way they produce money, the way they make a living, the way they pay employees. I'd be destroying their property. So yeah, you could go to jail very well for killing cows. So I'm not sure you're saying how you never go to jail for killing a cow, but you're saying just because there's provisions in our laws to not put people in jail who kill cows, like say, you know, farmers who own them as property, they see them as like nothing more than like cars or paper towels, just objects to use to make money. Just so you're saying because they can get away with killing animals that it's somehow morally right? Is that your argument? Let me know. Dream in bronze. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Blood sugar dysregulation. No, I'm totally fine. I don't remember any weird things. It was as normal as can be. Yeah, I know you're referring to the slaughterhouse. I just brought that example of how you can, there's context. When you own a slaughterhouse, you can kill the animals legally. But if I were to go into a field and kill the cows, then you can go to jail. But I'm saying, though, just because you can legally kill a cow in a slaughterhouse, does that make it right? Are you saying the law makes morality? Is that what your argument is? Just kind of curious. I'm not picking on you. I'm just trying to understand your position there, Truth. So bear with me. Yeah, we need a Bull effing Loney shirt now, huh? Oh, anti-vegan has a good one here. How do you explain the thousands of people who vehemently believed in the vegan ideology, yet ultimately dropped veganism eventually? I don't know. All I know is this, man. Yeah, I don't know what the vegan what's the vegan ideology? This is I mean, there's no ideology. It's a moral belief. There's no ideology. Do you know what ideology is? This is a moral belief against harming animals. It's no different than I believe it's wrong to harm a human. Is that an ideology? I believe it's wrong to rape someone. Is that ideology? I believe it's wrong to do a home invasion robbery. Is that ideology? And also extend those beliefs of compassion to animals. I believe it's wrong to harm and exploit animals. How is that ideology? It's not ideology when I'm thinking about humans, but it's ideology when I'm thinking about animals. Please explain how the belief of not harming animals is ideology, but not harming humans. Yeah, that's not. It's the same thing. It's the same kind of moral belief, but it's directed towards animals. Please explain the difference there, anti-vegan. Yeah, good point, Kentucky Fried Vegan, huh? They think cows are just magically pregnant or they're just magically producing milk all the time. Like, what makes a mammal even produce milk in the first place, huh? Hey, Jesse 12 String, what is up? Yeah, have a shot. Let's see, Janet, what's this? You have been vegan 8 years? Awesome. You watch Alan Roberts' live stream, and 1 out of 5 times there's an active anti-vegan discussion, even though the subject of the live stream has nothing to do with veganism. Yeah, anti-vegans just love to come and, well, in my case, I invited them in a sense when I said debunk veganism. So anyway, hey, Marty, awesome. So you like the camaraderie of the live streams every Friday. Cool, awesome. I have a kind of a new plan for a different live stream too. I'm going to talk to Angie about this, see if my idea is good or not, but there might be something more in the works. I just had a new concept for a vegan live stream. Anyway, yeah, good point, Dan. Whoever dropped veganism, who was our anti-vegan person here, was not vegan in the first place. I mean, here's my whole point. I know this as a fact because, let's see. I know this as a fact because I've responded to at least the YouTubers who were former recent vegans, and all that, and they weren't even vegan. They're just like health freaks, or they're trendy diet followers. They're doing raw diets, eating nothing but fruit and crap like that. That's not veganism. It doesn't say in the definition of veganism that thou shalt eat only uncooked food or something like that. Anyway, there's anti-vegan. No, they're not people that have their hearts in the right place, anti-vegan. Look at my videos. We can go through and watch them one by one if we want tonight. I'll gladly do that. There are people that did extreme radical crap. Like, raw, let's look at, say, people like Ravana, Raw Alignment. Those girls are raw for 5 years and losing their periods and not knowing why because they weren't getting enough calories. Then they go on to get other illnesses and they have the gall to blame veganism for their illnesses. No, it's your stupid diet of not eating enough food, not getting enough calories, and excluding perfectly healthy food groups off your menu for so long. I mean, you can't blame veganism for that. How come I'm way older than these little, these young ladies, these young women, and been vegan way longer than they have too, and I'm not experiencing all these ill health effects because I'm not doing fatty, extreme, restrictive ways of eating a vegan diet. I'm just doing a normal, healthy, balanced, sensible vegan diet. So maybe their heart's in the right place, but I don't remember watching too many raw alignment or say Ravana videos and hearing any service or any mention about animal exploitation and cruelty. They're going, hey, look at me in my bikini, or look at me with my giant plate of bananas and strawberries and stuff like that. They weren't animal rights activists. They were eating a vegan diet, but I don't remember much in the way of vegan activism. So I don't know if your claim is remotely true there when you say their heart's in the right places. I'm talking about the people I've responded to. Maybe you have some other people in mind, but I've made well over a dozen videos responding to these people why I'm no longer vegan anymore, and there's common things that tie them all together. They did weird, extreme, fatty, restrictive diets for a long time and made them ill. Then they blame veganism in general for their specific health issues that were caused by their very specific, weird, unhealthy way of eating. So if their hearts are in the right place, anti-vegan, they shouldn't have put themselves at risk eating in such a irresponsible, unhealthy way. Like, I don't know any vegan medical doctors that promoted eating all uncooked food for the rest of your life. That's just some weird nonsense from, like, you know, a chiropractor, Doug Graham. So nice try there. Oh, Dr. Bear, let's see your question here. Thanks for the super chat tip, by the way.
I just saw in a question in a college biology class, why do vegetarians have to be more careful about getting all the essential nutrients than omnivores? Shame a college class spread the idea that it's harder to be healthy as a vegan, vegetarian.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was just checking my stream quality. I realized I haven't checked it the whole live stream. Everything's good. I'm happy to report there. Yeah, why is it that when you are even vegetarian, you have to be really, really careful? But if, you know, like the flip side of that is, well, what if you're not a vegetarian? Let's say you're an average, normal American who eats fast food regularly, is overweight and not exercising. How come they don't have to be very careful and make sure they're getting all the nutrients every meal, blah, blah, blah? But as soon as you eat plants, oh my God, you have to have this most perfect diet in the world. But yeah, people who don't, you know, I understand that, Dr. Bear. I don't understand it. I've seen it and it just like blows my mind. Like, how about the fast food eaters? How come they don't get this health warning? Like, you got to watch your nutrient intake and exercise more. Good point. But yeah, thank you so much for the super chat tip there. Yeah, shame a college class spread the idea that it's harder to be healthy as a vegan/vegetarian. It's no more hard or difficult. I mean, you can eat a vegan diet and eat it in an unhealthy way, like these people that failed, or you just be a hardcore animal rights activist and not give a crap about health and eat like just junk food all the time. That's cool too. There's many ways to be healthy as a vegan or unhealthy as a vegan, and likewise, if you're a meat eater, there's some healthier ways of doing it, but most meat eaters aren't doing it in that healthy way. It's like 90% of them are eating, like, you know, pretty much like, you know, the standard American crab diet. But how come they don't have a warning in these biology books about like, maybe you should not eat like that? Anyway, hey Peter, how's it going? You got your shirt. I was wondering, yeah, if you got your shirt or not. Awesome, Peter. Yeah, I got mine a few days ago. Ooh, nipples there. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to do a nip slip there. Anyway, it's no big. I'm a man, you know. I take my shirt off all the time when I go running. Yeah, where is Fu tonight? I saw Fu Man Poo in the comments before we got started. But anyway. Yeah, Peter, when we met Fully Raw Christina, the one time she came here to Los Angeles, we just met her like one afternoon and she wouldn't eat any food. We found that really weird. All she would eat are juices. Like what the F? How come you won't eat, like, if the raw diet is so amazing and perfect and optimal human health and blah, 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 how come you're so afraid to eat so much raw food and you're just having juice? Like, what the hell's up with that? I mean, that's the kind of example. I'm glad she's still vegan or eating a vegan diet, but this is the kind of nonsense that you see so many young people following, particularly young females following, and they don't have the same health results as Christina does. They get ill, then they blame veganism. No, they're just following an extreme fatty diet. Yeah, free the nipple, uncle, huh? Hey, Sarah, must have fallen in the toilet again? What happened there? Oh, Fu must have fallen in the toilet. Maybe so, huh? What's that? Dreamin' Bronze. I should do more videos on balanced approaches to vegan meal planning. It's not my area of expertise. I mean, if you want videos on it, I mean, we have 2 books, you know? We don't need to make videos. Angie like spent years, literally collectively, like maybe 4 or 5 years between these 2 books, you know, on how to eat a balanced, healthy, whole food based vegan diet. You know, it's there for the taking. So if you guys want, I could paste the links to our store, shop.happyhealthyvegan.org. Let's just go there really quickly. Oops, wrong one. Browse the web. Here we go. Where's my store? Here it is. Shop.happyhealthyvegan.org. This is how, it's not the only way. There's many ways to eat a healthy, balanced vegan diet, but this is what we have been doing. This is what we do. It's been working for us. Not deficient. I get my blood tested all the time. Doing just fine. Haven't dropped dead yet, despite all the anti-vegans saying I should be dead. No muscles. You know, let's get a little bicep action there. Even though I'm not a bodybuilder and basketball player, I should be bald. All these things, you know. Gabby Chico. Oh, I love anti-vegan comments. Oh, do you have an anti-vegan comment for us, Gabby Chico? No, the thing is, you have to understand, I have like, you know, about 80 people on right now, so I don't see every last comment. So if you have an anti-vegan comment, feel free. If you came here to debunk veganism, I invited you. I put the title out there, Debunk Veganism. So please go for it. But I'm not like, you know, a super computer brain person. I don't see every last comment. I'm just a normal dude. So if you want to make sure your comment gets through, you can always leave a super chat tip. Hit one of the buttons, or we have the Streamlabs link pinned up top. But you don't have to, but that'll definitely make me see it. But yeah, just ask away, and I'll try. Guys, let me know. If Gabby Chico asks an anti-vegan question, let me know, and we will have a look at it and see, you know, what he or she has to say here. Skylar, do I eat tofu? It's not a staple of my diet. In fact, there was maybe a 3-year period in my vegan life where I had 0 tofu, essentially. But yeah, now I have tofu a little more regularly, maybe like once every like week or 2 or something like that, you know? Yeah, Peter, I know Christina makes outrageous claims about how good juice is for you. And I thought a raw diet, again, is so perfect and great. Why don't you just eat the raw food? Why do you just have to have juice for? You know, it shows you, I guess, the raw diet ain't that great. Gabe Chico, is vegan still a thing? Maybe in Cali, feels like the rest have moved on. I don't know. You tell me. I mean, if people who work in the food industry, like, you know, restaurants and not restaurants, what I'm trying to say, like, you know, like products, you know, like when we go to the Natural Products Expo, I read the data, what's happening in the food business, and vegan options, that's exploding. It's growing at a faster rate than the market as a whole. It's like, you know, 30 to 40% growth year upon year, something like that. So no, it's not over. Not to say those foods are only for vegans, but just shows the demand for plant-based foods is at an all-time high. So if you go by that metric, be pretty weird if they're making all this food, yet veganism is just like a passing thing. Again, veganism is not a trendy thing. It's not a fad. It shouldn't be. It's a moral stance against animal cruelty. So anyway. Okay, cool. Cool, German Bronze. I'm your normal dude there. What, 40 people? So you're saying only 40 people go vegan or something like that? Again, the plant-based meats is just a sign of the healthiness of not the food, but of the demand for vegan food. I rarely eat plant-based meats. I just don't like them as much as I like just eating regular plants, like in our books. But you can't say veganism is dying and then poo-poo the fact that plant-based meats are exploding compared to the food market in general. So you can't have it both ways, Gabby Chico. Anti-vegan. All right, awesome. Anti-vegan. Let's get this comment up on the wall here. Anti-vegan. Remember, when you come here to debunk veganism, you just can't keep flinging idea. I call those poops. You just can't fling poops on the wall here. You need to stick with one line of attack and wrong button here, and you're gonna have to live with this one for tonight. If you want to throw another idea out, come back next Friday. But here's the hill that you're gonna die on tonight. Here it is. How do I explain? Wrong button. I'm sorry, my poop ball's not working right tonight. All right, 1 second here. All right, so let's put anti-vegans ideas here for all my viewers to see here. So let's take a look here. How do you explain that plants lack 15 nutrients, most of which are essential for human development? So that's your opinion here, that eating plants solely is not sufficient, nutritionally speaking, for what we need to survive as humans. So let me ask you this. First of all, how come I'm not dead yet? Hang on 1 second here. If eating plants were lacking all these great nutrients which are necessary or essential, do you understand what essential means? Essential means necessary, meaning required, in the sense that oxygen is essential for human life. Without having oxygen, anyone would die after 5-10 minutes, whatever. How come? First of all, let me ask you, why am I not dead yet? Please explain, because I don't take a bunch of vegan multivitamins on the reg or anything like that. In fact, I went literally over half a decade as a vegan before taking any supplement whatsoever. So how come I haven't died yet anti-vegan? If it were necessary or essential, please explain how I didn't die in all those years of not taking any supplements. Because you say they're essential, and essential means necessary, required, like oxygen. Water is essential, without which humans would die. Oxygen, without which humans would die. So please, how come I haven't died yet? Because this would be the consequence. If what you're saying here is factually true, the logical consequence would be, well, if you're not getting those 15 nutrients, which are essential for human development and health, you would perish or be really, really ill on the verge of death or something like that. So please explain it. Anti-vegan, please explain what you're talking about here. How come if all these things were necessary, in the sense like water is necessary, oxygen is necessary for human life, how come I haven't just dropped over dead yet? How come I have excellent blood tests? That would be the first line of defense. If I had horrible blood tests, maybe that would be telling me something's off. I have excellent athleticism, especially for an advanced years. I'm 54 years old. Please explain why I'm still competing against professional basketball players at the gym, winning some of my games against them. How come I have great health? I'm not falling dead, don't have diseases. Most American males in their 50s, which I am, are on multiple pharmaceutical medications because apparently their meat-based diets aren't getting it done for them health-wise. I'm on zero. That's abnormal to be my age, let alone vegan, and have zero pharmaceutical prescriptions in my life. So explain why, how come, when's it all going to fall apart? We'll move on from there. I just want to know, explain why I haven't died yet after 11 and a half years of no animal products. Just curious. Not even dead yet, but just great blood tests. How come there's no sign of it all falling apart if it were necessary? Gabby Chico, no, but you can't claim veganism is healthy and you get all the essential nutrients if you supplement. No, okay, Gabby, we're going to put you on the wall too here because that's a great point. That's my next point. Thanks. You actually helped me, Gabby Chico, to move on to my next point. So let's get Gabby here for all my viewers to see. Gabby's point here that vegan diets I can't claim it's healthy and we get all the essential nutrients. Well, Gabby, I want to point out that that's your opinion. That is your opinion, but that is not fact. And if you want to see fact, let's go see fact. 1 second here. So first of all, we can look at, say, again, don't take my word for it. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a medical doctor. I am not a health professional of any kind. I rely upon health professionals rather than random anti-vegan trolls in my live streams to provide me with accurate, up-to-date information regarding the nutritional adequacy of eating a completely plant-based diet. And again, these are just not individual people spouting opinions. These are positions taken by real, actual, credible health organizations, groups of like over hundreds, in some cases over 1,000 medical professionals, doctors, nurses, dietitians within their organizations. And let's see what they say. Dietitians of Canada. This is not like some crazy Facebook group. This is an actual, you can go look them up. They're real. A well-planned vegan diet can meet all these nutritional needs. I've read what they're talking about. It is safe and healthy. Here we go. What was your name there? I forgot your name again. What's your name? Gabby. You're saying vegan, I can't say it's healthy? No, but they can say it's healthy. It's and not only healthy, but and safe for pregnant women of all people. So if it's safe and healthy for a person carrying a baby, and it's healthy for children, teens, and seniors. So that disagrees with Gabby Chico's uninformed opinion. Again, how do they come up with these position papers? By reviewing the relevant scientific research and making these statements, which their reputations are riding on. If this information were somehow just bogus and full of crap, they would be laughed at. They would be discredited. British National Health Service, with good planning and understanding of what makes up a healthy, balanced vegan diet, you can get all the nutrients your body needs. What more do you need to see here? British Nutrition Foundation, Dietitians Association of Australia, Mayo Clinic, Heart and Stroke Foundation of Canada. And I always like to get your drinking cups out, guys. The position paper, the Academy of Nutrition Dietetics, again, after having read the relevant scientific research, came to the position to announce to the world that appropriately planned vegan diets are nutritionally adequate for all people in all stages of life. Gabby Chica, you're throwing poop on the wall. There's evidence for both. Oh shit, I didn't show it on the screen. Crap. Let me go back. My bad, guys. Man, I just hate when I brain fog sometimes, like a vegan brain fog. Here's I was showing the Dietitians of Canada, British National Health Service. I wasn't just making this crap up. That's what I was showing there about a minute ago. Then I was showing the position paper, the Academy of Nutrition Dietetics, and Gabby Chico, in response, throws a poop on the wall. There's evidence on both sides. This is not evidence. This is after having read the scientific literature on nutrition and plant-based diets. They came to the informed conclusion. This is what this is. Their conclusion is that properly planned vegan diets are nutritionally adequate. So you're saying there's evidence on both sides? Well, I'm asking you, Gabby Chico, show me a health organization who has come out and said, no, vegan diets are not nutritionally adequate. Please, I challenge you, because you cannot find one, because that is just a bogus opinion held by anti-vegans. It's not a position held by any health organization in the world. And you say, well, eggs are healthy too. Well, this is not about eggs. This is about reviewing the relevant scientific research. Why do you bring up eggs for it? This is about vegan diets. Now you're throwing eggs in there. Eggs are not part of a vegan diet. All we're saying is that if you don't eat eggs, don't eat meat, don't eat dairy, you're still fine. Again, let's look at it one more time. Vegan diets right here are healthful and nutritionally adequate and appropriate for all stages of life, from pregnancy, lactation, into adulthood, even for athletes. So again, you can have your opinion, but these are the positions of credible health organizations after having read and reviewed the relevant scientific researcher, and the reputations of their organizations are at stake. If this information sucked and were dangerous and was going to harm people, they would be in a hell of a lot of trouble. Gabby, do you even logic, bro? So you can only be healthy if you are vegan? That's not what this says. Again, this is only talking about vegan diets. This is not like a study comparing a vegan diet to a non-vegan diet. They're saying if you eat only plants, you can be fine. That's what it says. And again, it's not just their opinion. It's the opinion of other health organizations from around the world. It doesn't say, and if you eat meat, you're a bad person, you're going to die and suck, or you're unhealthy. These are not studies comparing meat eaters to vegans. Do you understand that, Gabby Chico? All they're doing is looking at what the scientific literature says about plant-based diets. They're not comparing it to chicken or eggs. Plant-based diets. Are the results, are the health outcomes, well, are people getting the nutrition they need? That's what these organizations have concluded. So I don't know why you're trying to bring meat eating into it, because that's not what they're looking at. All they care about is, are you going to die if you eat a bunch of plants? And their conclusion is no. Sirrah, the incoherence here is baffling, huh? And good point, AJ Vantage. Veganism is not a diet. That's what is confusing some people here. Again, let's look, once again, get your drinking cups out, guys. Take a drink, take a shot of vodka or Chardonnay or whatever you got going on here. Veganism is not a diet. Let's take a look one more time. It's a philosophy. It's a way of living which seeks to exclude as far as possible and practicable all forms of cruelty and exploitation to animals. So don't look at this as a diet. Look at it like this. It's a moral stance against animal cruelty. And I want to live in accordance with my moral beliefs. I don't want to die. I got to eat something. So the only foods that are left are plants and mushrooms. Mushrooms are fungi. So that's it. I mean, all veganism said, hey, I'm not going to harm animals, and these are the foods that they're in accordance with my morality. That's it. You know, it's not a diet in like, you know, a traditional sense of how people use the word diet. So anyway, so veganism is not a diet. Why claim it's healthy? Again, the incoherence here is baffling, huh? Why claim it's healthy? Because it is. Because it's healthy. Because these health organizations have looked into what health effects are, if there's any harmful, deleterious health effects, insufficient nutritional requirements if you're eating a vegan diet. And they say no. It says right here, well-planned vegan diet can meet all these needs. It's it's safe and healthy for pregnant, breastfeeding women, teens, adults, seniors. That's why they say it's healthy, because it is. They've looked into this. I don't know what you have. What problem do you have with that? They've reviewed the research and determined that vegan diets are healthy. That's why they can say that, because they looked into it and it is. Wow. Yeah, thanks, Dr. Bear. We mean a vegan diet is healthy. Not veganism is healthy. You can be an unhealthy vegan if you really wanted to. You can just eat Oreos and potato chips all day long, every day, and eat nothing else. And you're probably not going to be doing as well as, like, say, someone like myself who eats a little bit better than that. Veganism is not synonymous with healthy. They're completely different concepts. Again, shall we look at the definition of veganism? It says nothing about being healthy or unhealthy. It says everything about a moral stance against animal cruelty, and you could pursue your morality in an unhealthy way if you want. If you want to eat potato chips 24/7, the potato chip only diet, cool, go for it. I'm not recommending it, but that you would be still following a vegan diet. Vegans got to eat something. Ryan is a fun guy. Thank you. I'm a fun guy. Oh, Peter, thanks. You watched our music video. Yeah, maybe we'll watch a little bit of that later on. Thaw diet. He's saying it's suitable. I'm not saying it's the healthiest diet in the world. Yeah, I don't know if it's the healthiest diet in the world. All I know is, here's what I want to know, guys. Here it is. I didn't get into veganism because, I want to be the healthiest person I possibly can be. I want to have optimal human. Blah, blah, blah. No, I got into veganism because it's wrong to harm animals. That's the definition of veganism. I find it wrong to harm animals. So if I'm going to eat only plants, I want to know personally, am I harming myself? By following my morality of not exploiting and harming animals, would I be doing something bad to myself as far as like missing nutrients and being unhealthy? And that's why we look at the positions of health professionals rather than trolls or, people that start radical Facebook groups that are, you know what I'm talking about? You look at the positions of health professionals, and they've actually reviewed the research, which all these anti-vegans have not. And it's fine. It's healthy. Is it the healthiest in the world? I couldn't give a crap. All I want to know, am I getting adequate nutrition? Yes. Is it good for me? Yes. All right, check. I can live this lifestyle and live in accordance with my moral principles. Well, how difficult is that of a concept? Potato chips and vodka, vegan, right, Uncle? Totally, huh? And they have potato chip vodka? Are you serious, guys? No way, Peter. That's wild. Hey, Countryfied, thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat tip there, Countryfied. Much appreciated. All right, so cool. We're getting closer to a pizza, guys. If you guys want to donate, we'll get some food on you guys from the live stream tips. So we're still a little ways from that. Actually, let me look on Streamlabs. We got a few donations through there as well. I'll tell you 1 second how we're doing for a pizza tonight. God, the refresh is slow. I'll come back to that in a second. Wow, it is not refreshing. Oh, well, I will not know for a while. I'll come back in a little bit. But yeah, if you guys want to keep giving any little donations there, we will put it to good use and buy some plant food to eat tonight. Non-screaming plants. All right, Gone. You're talking to Carl Baum. What's your problem? Do you have an issue with veganism, Mr. or Mrs. Gone here? Let me know, and I will talk to you directly. I'm sorry if I haven't been giving you any attention earlier if you're here to debunk veganism, but come here, ask me. This is my show, and give me your best shot. Tell me why you think veganism sucks, or if you think it's debunked. Let me know. I'd love to hear it. Yeah, we do need food, huh? Too bad food's not here tonight. Just something is different. Oh, you don't have an issue with veganism. Okay, Gone. I thought so. By the way, you're talking to Carl. So yeah, it's all good. Anyway, you like the screaming plant variety produce, not pills? Yeah. Like, what a concept, huh? Okay, I wasn't sure, Gone. I was assuming you might have been. It looked like you were having a little discussion there, a heated discussion with Carl. So I thought it was a... No, okay, I guessed wrong. I just made a guess there. No, it's all good. I wasn't being aggressive or mean or anything. Andre Scott, non-screaming plants. You use that in your conversations with meat eaters. Let's see, what else did I miss there? Let's see. Okay, I'm just catching up on what you guys have been asking here, or saying here. Okay, Gone. You're not vegan, but you're here to chill. Cool. That's fine. I always welcome non-vegans to this live stream. If you're just trying to get some, real fact-based information, logic-based information about veganism, you've come to a pretty good place. I'll tell you that. There's not a bunch of woo-woo here. I don't spread misinformation. I don't just make crap up. I'll share my personal experiences with you, but if I'm going to make a claim like veganism is healthy, I'm just not going to just say that, and that's just an opinion if I just say that. But if I show you actual evidence or health organizations stating the same thing, then I'm doing a little bit more than just merely just spreading an opinion here. So cool, it's all good.
One reason why I'm not vegan is according to AAMC, pig organs can be modified to be used for transplants in human. I believe this advancement in medicine will save human lives. If I was vegan, I could not support this.
So you're saying, Dawn, that the only reason why you won't go vegan is for potential medical reasons? Is that it? Well, let's look at what the Vegan Society has said about this, because they have made some let's see if I can find it. I'm not sure exactly where this is. Okay, here, let's look at this. Don, thanks for the super chat tip, by the way, Don. Here's what the guys who make the definition of vegan that you've probably heard me read like 1,000 times on this show. Let's see what they say about like medicine stuff. Currently, all medicine in the UK is tested on animals before it's deemed safe for humans. But please note, the Vegan Society does not recommend you avoid medication prescribed to you by your doctor. A dead vegan's no good to anyone. What you can do is like ask, if possible, provide you with medicine that does not contain animal products like gelatin or lactose. There might be some options that don't. But the point is, they're saying here, if you need something to save your life, don't die for veganism. Veganism is not a death cult. Veganism is not asking its followers to kill themselves to forego living or anything like that. I mean, that's a huge onus, and that's ridiculous. Veganism, I want to say it again, is not a death cult. I know a lot of non-vegans will try to paint it as such, and even the Vegan Society is pretty much saying there, no, you don't have to kill yourself. You don't have to sacrifice your life to be vegan. Do as much as you possibly and practically can. If you need to take a life-saving medication, as some of us need to, and they've been tested on animals, you're still vegan. Don't die. Think about how crazy it would look in the media if they started talking about all these vegans that killed themselves for the cause. We'd look like, the Jonestown Massacre, like, again, So this would apply to possibly your pig organ thing. If you need some kind of transplant in order to live and there's no human one, I'm not sure what the Vegan Society says about that, but it could be argued by the same logic that I just showed here that could be applied to another life-saving treatment, possibly. So I'm just saying it's not a slam dunk that you couldn't do that as a vegan. If you're laying on your deathbed, that's what I'm saying. If you're lying on your deathbed, you probably think about wanting to live a little bit longer rather than dying for a belief. So anyway, okay, so Carl's telling me about his discussions with Gon there, who's not vegan, by the way, which that's cool. If you want to come here and learn a bit, that's totally cool. He has a live and not live argument. He's not against veganism. He understands that eating meat causes suffering, animal suffering, but he still likes meat anyway. He tried to probe his conscience. All right, fine. Totally fair enough. Rube Star. I don't know my blood type, but I know my blood tests, and they are historically, since I've been vegan, better than they were when I was younger and not vegan. Remember, as you get older, typically your blood tests don't get better. That applies to most people. In my case, though, I broke that. Mine have gotten better. Fad Fudge, been vegan for 1 year. Awesome. Totally awesome. Karma Police. I'm supposed to take people's arguments at its strongest form. Yeah, that's what I do. That's why I have the poop wall here. So I can put their arguments up on the screen. Most people don't come here with well-formed arguments. And I try my best to extract the essence of what they're saying, to make what they're saying here stronger, not weaker. So I disagree with your assessment here. I'm a philosopher, and my job, if I'm doing it right, is to produce clean, clear, concise, valid reasoning. And it would be improper of me to take someone's words and dilute them so that they're weaker. No, I try my best to strengthen what they're saying and then analyze it from there. So if you have an argument for me, Karma Police, go for it. Put it out here and we'll put you on the wall, okay? All good. You can have your opinions about the appropriateness of the poop wall. If you want, I can remove the poop emoji. Would that make you feel better? I'll do that for you. And we could put you up on the wall. Where's my poop emoji at? If that makes you uncomfortable. All right? We'll just call it the wall for you. If you don't like the poop emoji, I will take it off. So if you have something you want to tell me, let's put it on the wall. So I've eliminated that problem. You didn't like the poop wall. I've customized it just for you. I've never done this for any other viewer before. I've customized the poop wall to not be a poop wall. It's just a regular yellow wall. So go for it. It's not smug. So I'm bending over backwards to please you. You had a problem. I fixed it. So let's continue on. If you're going to give me crap about actually doing something that you requested, and I usually don't follow people's requests. You have to understand how kind of special you are right now. I don't know why I did that. So anyway, if you want to continue on without criticizing me and using personal attacks, if you want to get back to logic, let's see your argument. All right. If you have one, let's see it. Talk is cheap. Let's get down to the business now. Logical fallacies. Here, you're just throwing poop on them. That's why I call it a poop ball. You're just throwing one thing, then another. Just give me your argument here. Gaslight, no. What is so hard? I'm asking you. I'm pleading with you. Give me your argument. Now you're calling me a gaslighter, logical fallacies, blah, blah, blah. Just give me your argument against veganism. Or are you just here to attack me personally? Because that's all I'm seeing here. I'm a gaslighter, logical fallacies, smug sarcasm, not respectable debate in high school. All I'm seeing are personal attacks against me. And that's one of the rules that we have is we don't do personal attacks. So if you can get past the personal attacks and give me your argument as to why you hate veganism or whatever, I'll put it up on the wall. If you don't have one, then let's move on. Oh, so Karma, after all that, refuses. He or she does not want to give us an argument now. After all that, I even changed the wall to match his or her preferences, and all I just got was attacked personally. Good job. So you think you're the one that's abiding by like the highest philosophical principles when all you really basically did was attack me multiple times on a personal level and never gave any logical argument against veganism. You're saying I'm doing a bad service. Yeah, good job there. Uncle votes to put the poop ball back up. Yeah, Sarah, I agree with you. I was kind of shocked when I saw the gaslighting there because I'm not a narcissist, you know? Far from it. I'm like anti-narcissist. I like dislike narcissists with passion. Anyway, someone doesn't understand the meaning of gaslighting apparently, but it's a hot word currently. Yeah, I know, huh? Hey, Patrick. Yeah, I'm still waiting to hear a valid argument against veganism. And again, I give them the benefit of the doubt. I try to strengthen their arguments often. You know, when I see that their arguments are just kind of, I try my best to make it even stronger. Then we will analyze it. Oh, here's Karma Police. Now more personal attacks. I should be able to rattle off B12, K2, etc. information off the top of my head and stuff, just appeal to authority with no specifics. Like, I've been talking about B12 all day. In fact, I did a B12 supplement live. I'll do another one right now. I love my B12, man. I'm gonna get jacked on B12 today. Yep, all right. Like, what do you want me to say? I've shown how, what do you mean to appeal to authority? I had someone on earlier who claimed there were 0 plants that contained bioavailable B12. Instead of like BSing them or appeals to authority, I showed exactly a plant that contains B12. Would you like me to show that to you, Karma Police? Would you like me to prove to you that there are plants that contain B12? I think the appeal to authority is I'm just showing stuff like, I think what, you just love to throw these like, did you take Philosophy 101? Because you're just like throwing out, you know, just like, you know, basic terms here. But anyway, let's like, I think what you're talking about is this. Someone said that their opinion was that vegan diets were nutritionally adequate. I go, well, that's your opinion. Let's look at the opinion of health organizations that actually looked into the relevant scientific literature regarding the nutritional adequacy of completely plant-based diets. And they found that these vegan diets, plant-based diets, are nutritionally adequate. If you call that appeal to authority, you can call it that, but I'd rather trust the opinion of a credible health organization whose reputation is on the line when they put out these position statements rather than some random troll who has no information other than their own opinion. See what I'm saying? Troll opinion or a credible health organization, reputation online, reviewed scientific research. So if you want to call that an appeal to authority, be my guest. But there's a reason why I'm showing that. That does make a distinction between someone just giving an opinion, you know, versus someone who's actually looked into the matter and is more than just one person. So anyway, Karma, thanks for playing, and put you in timeout because I need to move on to other people. Uh-oh, where'd my stream go? All right, I'm going to respectfully put you in timeout, Karma, please, because you basically came here to you just did a bunch of personal attacks on me. That's called ad hominem. I know you're in Philosophy 101, so add to your list of fallacies, ad hominem attack. That's what you did to me. You attacked me on personal things, calling me a gaslighter, blah, blah, blah. You didn't attack any of my reasoning whatsoever, and I gave you more than ample opportunity. And to respect Uncle's wishes, we're going to go back to the poop wall, and we're going to put the emoji back on here, right? Because we just took it off to please Karma Police, and Karma Police didn't play. All right, so anyway, yeah, I see your comment there, Gone. Yeah, I wasn't using an appeal to authority for the fallacy. Let's see how you describe appeal to authority is, quote, this person has a PhD, therefore they're right. Yeah, I didn't say that these are smart people, therefore they're right. What are you saying? Ryan is saying these professionals have looked at, and they're relevant professionals. They're people in the proper fields, you know. They looked at the research, and this is their conclusion. So I'd rather listen to their conclusions. The fact of being they're professionals, they're an organization of professionals, not just like one or two like outlier dudes. They're just, this is a whole organization with membership in the thousands for some of these, tens of thousands in the case of the Academy of Nutrition Dietetics, I believe. I'll listen to them. I'll give their opinion. Let's say it like this. I'll give their opinion more weight than the opinion of someone who just rattles a bunch of nonsense up and cannot support it in any way, shape, or form. You know, call me wrong, call me crazy. I'll go with the evidence-based information than some random opinion that has no weight to it. Hey, Peter. Yeah, I know you're excited for that Planet Expo in Vancouver. When is it happening, Peter? Was it next month? I thought summertime, right? Another shot, you might switch to pot Jesse Charleston and go for it. Do whatever you want on the shots. You know, if you want to have booze, cool. If you want to have some weed, go for it too. It's all good. You know, when I show, for guys that are new to the live streams, when I show certain things that seem to need to be shown every week, that's when you guys, the longtime viewers, have a shot. You know, like, oh, he's showing the definition of vegan, have a shot. He's showing the position of the Academy of Nutrition Dietetics, have a shot. It's stuff like that. That's a good point, Carl. It's not a fallacy to appeal to an authority. It's a fallacy to appeal to a faulty authority. I tried to not use someone's credentials as the reason for why I'm right. I'm just saying this is a group of professionals. They've looked at it, and this is their opinion. Okay, June 4th and 5th. Awesome. That is going to be here before you know it. You'll probably miss a live stream or two in there, huh? Oh, just one probably. Yeah, Sarah, thanks. Yeah, I'm trying my best to get more lights and stuff like this, better lighting. You know, I'm just trying different things out, just trying to improve the quality of our productions, just like I do in our music. Over the years, if people followed our music, they see how we've gotten better and better, just gradually, just by learning things, adding new pieces of gear. Same thing here with our videography. Let's see. The nipples were nude, and I didn't mean to do that nip flash. That was accident. I was just showing the shirt here, and I just pulled it up a little too far. But hey, I'm a dude. I can do that. If I were a female, I'd probably get in a lot of trouble with you too. But yeah, dudes can do that, right? For better or for worse, I'm safe. Oh, Metalhead, you thought about doing something like nutrition, being a plant-based dietitian. Wow. Yeah, that's great. I wish I had studied that more in my youth. Too old to go to college now, to go back to school. What are my pronouns? Angus Harris? He, him? Let's see, you'll be in Vancouver, Peter, on Friday the 3rd, but it's not on in the evening, so you might still be able to catch a live. Hey, if you're there, get a group of people together, Peter. Get a group to come and hang with you and watch the Happy Healthy Vegan live stream that on Friday, June 3rd. That'd be fun if you have a group of people watching. And get them on their like phones or laptops or iPads and comment, and that'd be cool. Doomslayer, hey, happy, healthy, vegan, non-aggressive? What are you saying there, Doomslayer? Yeah, do it, Peter. Make it an event. Make a little event there. Angus, what's the best animal welfare documentary I've seen this year? I can't say for a fact I've seen any this year. I guess last year it would have been Seaspiracy, but I'm thinking for 2022, I can't say for sure I've seen one. I know Peter's been trying to get me to watch that Milked one from the BBC, and I haven't yet. My bad. You're saying hi? Oh, hi, Doomslayer. I just wonder what you're saying there. Yeah, I could have gummy shots too, Uncle. That's totally fair. That's totally cool. Let's see, how am I doing here? At hour 52. Let me see if I ever got my stats from Streamlabs. Okay, I'm close to a pizza tonight, guys. So if we get a few more donations before I go, I guess we can have a pizza tonight. We'll see. If not, we'll make some like stir fry or something like that. Let's see, you'd recommend 2,000 Mules. I haven't heard of that. Tell me about it. Yeah, Sarah, show your dad Seaspiracy. I know a lot of people think, oh, well, I thought that for a while. I'll be a pescatarian, I'll just have fish, and then you see how what humans are doing to the ocean, in their pursuit of sea life. He has salmon goggles on, yeah. Yeah, they're trying to kill us, Community Vegana. Is that available online, right? Like you have to to buy it or something like that? Let me know if that's right, because I want to see that as well. John Lewis, I know him. We see him around a lot of the vegan festivals. I even asked him if he wants to play basketball sometime, because he played in college, so that'd be a great game. He's about my height, but he's huge, so I think it'd be a good game. If he's still playing, I don't know. Maybe he's totally not picked up a ball in 5-10 years. Who knows? I've been meaning to check out Blaze Pizza, Eddie. I've checked out Mod Pizza once, and they made a very fine vegan pizza for us there. I guess we ordered it, but yeah, they made it. Doomslayer, I've heard all sorts of rumors and stuff about some handling of animals in a certain context by PETA. I can't say I know enough about it to make any comment about the truthfulness of those claims, and therefore I can't tell you how I feel, because I really don't know what the reality, what the truth of the situation is. I really don't think about PETA on a daily basis, to be honest with you guys. Oh wow, I didn't know about that, Dr. Bear. Okay, I'd never heard of it. Okay, Vegan Wesker likes the vegan at Mod Pizza. Okay, I got to go back there. There's not one really around us, but we visited a relative, and there was a Mod Pizza by their house. So yeah, that's what we did. Heidi, got to go to bed. That's awesome. Hey, it's pretty early. I mean, for me here, you might be East Coast. I was wondering if it was that late. I'm going, whoa, is it bedtime? Yeah, for some of you guys, especially East Coast or Europe, yeah, go to bed for sure, 100%. Yeah, Dominion. Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Michael. Yeah, yeah, Carp Strong told you about that. Yeah, if you want to see a really hardcore doco about animal cruelty, yeah, that's one for you. Yeah, I think I just saw a few minutes. Like, okay, I already know about this. I don't need to say I'm already vegan. I don't want to view any more of these sites. They're, I get it. Yeah, but yeah, some people need to see it. All right, 11 for some of you guys on the East Coast. Yeah, 8 + 3, 11. Yeah, totally. Karma Police, I'm going to respectfully censor and silence you. No, Karma Police, I just was done addressing you. I know you think you're very special, but I have it says to me right now, I have two numbers, 77 or 83 viewers. Just call it 80. I have 80 people on right now, and we weren't getting anywhere. I invited you multiple times to give me your argument against veganism, and after 10 minutes, you refused to. I said, I'm done playing with you, so I'm going to put you in timeout so I could address my other viewers. And a lot of them, need attention or want my advice or want me to answer questions as well. So if you want to call it censorship, that's a sense of entitlement. You don't have the right to be in my live stream. It's fine, you're here, it's cool, but you don't have the right to run my show and tell me what to do, come and gaslight me and do all these ad hominem attacks. So, you're not coming back in a nice way. I'm just saying you have, you have a question finally. All right, just something small to start. Vitamin K2. I don't know much about vitamin K2, so not my thing. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a nutritionist. I will address things or respond to things that I've put some research into, and I've not studied vitamin K2. So I don't know. You tell me. What about vitamin K2? What does that have to do with veganism? Because this is this is about this channel is about veganism. I'm not a nutritionist or doctor, and if you're not sure what veganism is, let's have a look here. With the drink up, guys, it's a philosophy of way of living which seeks to exclude as far as possible and practicable all forms of cruelty and exploitation to animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. So what about K2 do you get out of this? I'm vegan because I find it wrong for people to kill animals needlessly for me on a daily basis when I could perfectly survive and thrive on a diet consisting 100% of plants. So not sure why we need to talk about K2 for. I mean, you want to see my blood test? I don't remember K2 being in there. Are you saying vegans don't get enough K2? Well, fine, just take a K2 supplement then if that's the problem. Like, what's the big deal? You know, if you're missing something, and this goes for non-vegans too. Oh, thanks for the super chat tap, Blackjack. Thanks for the super chat tip there. Thanks so much. And this is true for non-vegans as well. If you are deficient in a vitamin, from what I understand, I'm not a medical doctor, but they prescribe you a supplement. I've never heard of a doctor saying, oh, you're low in B12, eat more meat. You know, I've talked to medical doctors about this actually. They prescribe you a B12 supplement. If you're low in vitamin D, they prescribe you a vitamin D supplement. So if by chance someone is low in K or K2 or whatever, is it wrong to take a vitamin K supplement? I'm just curious. Like, why are you asking me? If you're low, wouldn't your doctor say to take a vitamin K supplement? And this goes for vegans or non-vegans, right? So I've addressed your question. The ball's in your court. Why? You know, you can answer me if you like. Oh, thanks, Ulysses Smith. That's why I put like that person in timeout, you know, so I could see people who actually enjoy our content and aren't here to use to throw like multiple simultaneous ad hominem attacks against me, call me a gaslighter and misinformation, all this stuff. So thank you so much there, Ulysses. To your vegan, been watching your vids for a min. Keep up the great work. Thanks, man, or woman or person. Thank you so much. Yeah, good point, Faw Dieting. Karma, please. Debate ethics. Veganism is a moral, ethical point of view. Nowhere in the definition of veganism does it say that we need to have a degree in nutrition or dietetics or become medical doctors or something like that. It's an ethical stance. And then we look to see, is it healthy to not have animal products? And that's why I like to show things such as, say, position papers of... let's go back to this one here. These are just statements from position papers from a variety of health organizations from around the world, and they all pretty much say the same thing, that diets consisting solely of plants are nutritionally adequate for all people. So that's what I want to know. Can I live on this diet, this way of living, I should say? Can I exist as a person who doesn't consume animal products because of my moral, ethical beliefs? Will I be hurting myself? Will I be harming myself short-term and or long-term by avoiding all animal products? Is something catastrophically wrong going to happen? And apparently not. Nothing's happened yet. I've been waiting. The haters told me this 2 years into veganism, 5 years into veganism. Just wait till you get to 7 or 8 years. I'm 11 years now. Blood tests still kick ass. So anyway, let's get back to the live chat here. Looks like someone else. Karma Police, one of my moderators got you this time, so you must have said some bullshit again and not answered my questions. Or let's look at the rules, because let's go back to the rules. 1 second here. I have really basic rules. Let me show them. Sorry, I'm having a problem with my wall today, and I will try. Ooh, it's not here. Crud. Oh man, did I lose my rules? Oh man, I think I lost my rules. Oh no. Oh, here they are. Cool. Let's get them back in here. My bad. I got to fix this before the next live stream. This is embarrassing. But anyway, darn, come on. All right, so let's look at the rules. Like, I'm sure you probably violated at least one of these rules here. Again, these aren't like fascist rules. These are just things that normal people should do in the course of their everyday lives to get along in society. And I think you probably violated rule number 1. You weren't following be civil, no personal attacks, and you did at least 4 or 5 ad hominem attacks upon me. Harassment, I don't know if you did the harassment, racism, sexism, ageism, but you were doing personal attacks. So that's probably why you were timed out, because you just weren't being civil. That's why I asked. You can disagree with me. Again, I'm not a narcissist. You don't have to kiss my ass and agree with everything I say. In fact, I don't want that. I think that's frightening. That's too cult-like. But at least be respectful, be civil. These are just minimum requirements to function in a very pluralistic society. So anyway, let's get back to it. Oh yeah, Dr. Bear. I saw it and I was all, yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you, Dr. Bear. Let me read it. Read your super chat tip there. If Karma is so worried about K2, they can eat Natto, fermented soybeans. It's vile, so I prefer just to convert K1 to K2, but if they're so worried, they can be my guest. Okay, so you're saying they don't even need to take a supplement. They just could eat this fermented soybean stuff. So like you hear these anti-vegans, blah, but supplements are unnatural, blah, blah, blah. You know, like it's horrible if it's unnatural, the pill to nature fallacy. So if they were so worried about taking an unnatural supplement that's going to kill them or whatever they think, they could always eat a whole food, or pretty much a whole food, a fermented whole food plant here. So their argument just sucks all the way around. If they're so worried about K2, there's plants you can eat to boost your K2, and you just could take a freaking supplement and be done and not worried about it and not harm and exploit animals on a daily basis needlessly. Seems so easy, right? Just take a freaking supplement if you must. Angus, halal meat. From what I understand, it's still, they kill it, right? I mean, I've heard it described, it's just like in a different or certain kind of way, but it's still killed, and it's like just they don't euthanize it in any way, but they don't stun it. Is that right? So I don't know. It's just I don't see how kosher halal is like any like less cruel than any other way. Nice Guys burgers. No, I've never heard of that, Eddie. Yeah, we're getting closer to the pizza here now. Yeah, we're getting a lot closer to the pizza. Let me take a look, see how we're doing on the pizza fund here. Let's see. Let me look at there. Okay. And let me look at YouTube. Yeah, right on the cusp now. Like right about like to the paying taxes and stuff like that. What's that, Peter? You're a gaslighter, but only out of your butt because vegan? Oh, man. Oh. Let's see. Stop hoaxing. Where do we get our protein? Are you joking or serious? Stop hoaxing, because that's probably the oldest question. If you're serious, do you think plants are without protein? Just kind of curious what you think. Oh, Eddie, yeah, we eat a plant-powered fast food sort of regularly. When we get up in the morning, when it's like maybe once, no, I would say once every like 2 or 3 weeks we'll go in the morning. I like their breakfast burrito, so they only serve that till 11. So if I wake up at 10 and I don't have much going on that morning, I'll say, hey, should we go get some breakfast burritos? Angie gets something else, but that's my thing, plant-powered fast food. I don't eat there too often after 11, like the regular menu. But yeah, that gets me out of bed sometimes. Yeah, Carl, you get your protein at the supermarket like most other people do, huh? What's that, Doomslayer? Wolves don't need meat. Why not make them vegan? Why would you make a wild animal vegan? First of all, animals are incapable of being vegan. Again, let's look at the definition of vegan here. It's not a diet. It's oh gosh, where'd it go? My bad here, guys. Veganism, let's go drink, guys. Get your drinking cups out, hit your vodka, hit your weed. It's a philosophy of not harming animals. Animals themselves are amoral. They're not capable of understanding a philosophy, so you can't make wolves vegan. And if you're talking about make them eat a vegan diet, how would you go out in the wild and ensure that wild animals are eating only plants? I mean, describe to me how that would even look. I can't even imagine that. Please explain that, Doomslayer. How we could control what wild animals are eating. Just curious. Yeah, produce, not pills. Yeah, dogs can be plant-based. Dogs can eat a vegan diet, but they can never be vegan. Vegan is a moral, ethical stance, and animals are amoral creatures, meaning they are not capable of moral behavior, such as most of us humans are. It sounds stupid, but you're not entirely serious. Okay, all right, you're just having some fun there. All good. All good there. Wow, Syrah, that's quite a lot there about finding a good dude. Yeah, produce not pills. Good point there. You plan to raise your son plant-based, meaning you will feed your son, I'm sure, too young to make the ethical choice about the morality of animal cruelty, but you'll feed your son a vegan diet. Then when your son is of age, he will decide for himself if he wants to continue down that road and do it for ethical reasons. Yeah, that's the way it is. You can't force someone to be vegan. You can, I guess, in theory, force someone to eat a vegan diet, but you can never force someone to be vegan. You can't force someone to like have a certain belief. I mean, aside from like some bizarre like mind control and torture or something like that, you can't force someone to have a belief. AJ Vintage, you're about to black out from alcohol overdose. Yes, we have looked at the definition of veganism many times tonight. We have looked at the positions of these health organizations many times tonight. So yeah, I imagine some of you guys are extremely tipsy right now, like, sheets to the wind, right? All right, so do we have someone? Doomslayer, I think, is just kind of trolling us a little bit, Doomslayer, right? So if you have an actual question for me, Doomslayer, let's ask it. But I think you're getting people riled up with your kind of trolliness. And I'm not saying that in a mean or hateful way. I'm just being descriptive. So if you have a question for me, and I say that in all chillness, ask it, Doomslayer. But aside from that, yeah, let's not get everyone all riled up here, Doomslayer. But if you have a real sincere question for me, and answered your first one, let me know, okay? So no, I see you're talking to Vintage, but if you want to talk to me, if you have a question for me, Doomslayer, you can ask me. But I want you, tone it down. It's cool. Yeah, you're being cool. I'm just kind of showing like how far I'll let you kind of go running amok with our audience here. Okay, Doomslayer, I have some limits. Yeah, it's my job to moderate. Yeah, that's why we have moderators, to make sure that everything's running to the standards that I have set for our live streams. And, so I want people to be able to come here and hang out in the live chat and expect, things to kind of go in a certain way, in the sense that they're not being like trolled and or attacked. I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm just saying I have certain standards here. So I'm just making that clear. So anyway, Protein on Pills wants to know if I like Impossible or Beyond better. I don't know. They're kind of the same to me, to be honest with you. Honestly, I swear to the heavens here, if someone gave me 2 burgers, a Beyond and Impossible burger, and slathered ketchup and mustard and lettuce and whatever accoutrements and, put them in buns and gave them to me and told me asked me which one is the Impossible and which one's the a Beyond burger, I honestly couldn't say I would be able to, with confidence, be able to like tell them apart, especially just put a gun in my head. I'd be, oh man, I'm fucked. I cussed there. It's a 50-50, I really can't say I can distinguish one from the other. I think I can, Eddie. I think, I've had more Beyond burgers in my day than Impossible. So I just think based on that alone, I could probably distinguish it from a Impossible burger. I'm pretty sure. Now I think about it a little bit longer, but I wouldn't want someone to put a gun to my head. I don't feel that confident. Yeah, Eddie, I know you're talking about the Beyond aftertaste. That's kind of coming back. And it's been a while since I had a Beyond burger. I don't think I've had one. I don't think I've had one this year. I can't even say for sure I had one last year. Impossible nuggets. No, I haven't tried that yet. Ebenezer, vegans are weird. Well, that's a nice, fun, friendly thing to say. How are we weird? Let us know, Ebenezer. Why do you come to a vegan live stream and say vegans are weird? Give us your evidence why you think vegans are weird. Doomster, why imitate meat? I don't know. I don't eat it all that often, to be honest with you. I think it's a great transition food for people who are either considering going, eliminating their meat products and eating a more plant-based life, but they, think themselves, well, I can't give up burgers though, because, but burgers. Well, screw that excuse, because they have plant-based burgers. They're a good food to transition from. And if you just were out with your friends and all at a restaurant and all they had were some Beyond or Impossible burgers, at least you could join them and have in. But there's kind of this false assumption, Doomslayer, that vegans are constantly eating Beyond burgers and Impossible burgers all day. That's just nuts. Like, who does that? First, you'd have to be like a millionaire to afford to do that, and then why would you want to when there's so many tasty plants out there? I mean, I'm sure some people do, but that's pretty rare. I have to say, it's so rare. I have yet to meet anyone that eats primarily Beyond and Impossible products as their primary proteins, or whatever you want to call it, meat substitutes. Muthu Lion, hair loss is normal for weight loss. Yeah, if you're losing a lot of weight really quickly. I've seen a lot of these like raw people lose hair. Not a lot, but I've seen it happen when they're not getting enough calories and losing their periods. They lose hair too. But I heard any of that hair loss may come back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it comes back. Like their periods come back after they lose them from not getting enough calories. I'm pretty sure the hair growth returns to, somewhat a normal rate after they return to a more calorically sufficient diet. So Ebenezer, you say vegans are weird. Ask you why vegans are weird. You'd say milk is good for your teeth. You need it. What do you mean? Do you understand what need means, Ebenezer? Let me put Ebenezer onto our wall here. All right, Ebenezer, you've made it onto our wall right now. Maybe I shouldn't call it the poop wall or anything like that. But anyway, you're going up onto the wall, and we're going to look at your claim here. Because at first you said vegans are weird. And now you're making, that's just an opinion, but now you're making a claim that can be fact checked. Milk is good for your teeth. You need it. Well, do you know what the word, we've done this before, so let's do it again. Do you know what the word need means, Ebenezer? Do you understand what need means? Need means necessary. Just look it up. Necessary, a requirement, something that's essential, without which one would have some horrible problems, such as die. So I haven't had milk in way over 11 years. Not dead yet, not deficient, not sick, not diseased. So apparently, Ebenezer, a person does not need milk. And if you really need milk, you have some plant-based milk. Babies need milk, they have their mother's milk. So if a person needed milk in the sense that the way a person needs water, without which the person would die. Person needs oxygen, without which they would die. Person does not need milk. No person needs to have milk. So nice try. Ebenezer, well, I don't know if that Weston Price said that or not, but ask Weston. I know he's dead, but why am I not dead yet? And why are all these other vegans here not dead? If we need milk and we're not getting it, we should be dead or really sick. In the sense, like I said, like we need oxygen, without which we'd die. So explain to me, how come I'm not dead, Ebenezer? How come I have really healthy blood tests? I'll share them with you if you want. I'll paste you a link to my blood test videos. You can have a look-see at them. So please tell me why all us vegans here who have not had milk, some of us for over a decade, are not sick and dead, and some of us are thriving, have healthier blood tests than an average man of my age. Please explain, Ebenezer. All these other men of my age are getting their milk, yet their blood tests are way worse than mine. Again, I'll put my blood tests up for you here. They've been up here on our channel for years. It's not like, I'm withholding them. They've been up here the whole time we've had our channel. Been getting my blood tested regularly. How many other people do that? And share them with you guys. So we're waiting for Ebenezer to tell me why I'm not dead yet, and we'll wait for that. Lauren Elizabeth, you're having champagne. Cheers. Yeah, have a drink every time I, look at the definition of veganism. I am not dead because I'm not that young, shoe vegan. They ate lots of animals before they were vegan. So you're saying 11 years of dairy, of no dairy. So that's why I'm not dead yet. Because here's the thing, Ebenezer. How can you store nutrients for that long? I got to tell you too, before I went vegan in 2010, I met Angie in 1998 and she was vegetarian then. So we weren't having a bunch of milk anyway. We didn't buy milk and put it in the refrigerator. So you could say in addition to the 10 years or 11 years I haven't had milk as a vegan, it's been like, add on another 10 years to that. So that's like 20 years of depriving myself of this thing I need. But now you say, oh, you don't really need it because you've had it before. Well, how about guys like, say, that have been vegan their entire lives that never had it? You can't use, well, they stored it like, are you a biologist, Ebenezer? How long does the human body store dairy products? Please let me know that, because it doesn't store it for 11 freaking years. There's just no way. I'm not a medical doctor, but there's no way the human body retains the byproducts of dairy metabolization for 11 plus years. That is a ridiculous statement. Ray of Hope, the first time you watched a live stream, what have you been doing? Every Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is a little more than 2 hours ago, I do these live streams. So hopefully you'll be joining us more. And yeah, we try to answer vegans' questions, and we also entertain knuckleheads and anti-vegans who really think they have the goods on why veganism sucks. And we have Ebenezer now making claims like, oh, like this, that, you need it. We need milk. Like, nope, we don't need milk. We don't. Or else I'd be dead by right now. I should have horrible blood tests. And now he's backpedaled, saying, well, it's because you had it when you were younger. Well, what good does that do me now when I'm 54? If I had something when I was like 35 or 25? Oh my God, Ebenezer, you got to stop here. Oh my God, what should we do with Ebenezer, guys? So you guys tell me. Let's add more of his crap up here. All right, so he's saying that veganism works when you're older because because you start to deteriorate. People think it's just aging, but is a vegan. Okay, all right, so Tim, that's a huge claim there, Ebenezer. How am I deteriorating? Please tell me, how am I deteriorating? Be specific. Be extremely specific in how I am deteriorating. As you get your information together, as I hope you shall, I will provide some counter information to your deteriorating. Let's go to my blood test, as I've been promising you. All right, and we'll look for blood. And you could watch my many blood test videos. And how many other YouTubers do you know, or even anyone for that matter, who has shared blood tests over, like, say, the past decade? I have blood tests going back to 2012 when I was 2 years vegan, up to last year, so 10 years vegan. So you can see for yourself that I have not been deteriorating. My blood tests have been consistently strong the entire time. I've been vegan. I've been responsible, checking myself out on a regular basis. So here, have a look. Tell me how I'm deteriorating there. I just pasted the link down into the chat, I believe. Is it there? Yes, there it is. So check that out. Tell me how that's deteriorating. Yeah, uncle. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. So it's an extraordinary claim to say someone who has great health by all objective measures, who has great athleticism, has a sharp brain, is deteriorating. So please share your strongest evidence how I'm deteriorating. I want to see this. Think a while, Eben. Yeah, you tell him, huh? As he's doing that, let's go back to let's show Ebenezer some great deterioration here, all right? So here's my Instagram. Is this like a picture of is this like someone who's like on the edge of death or something here? Like just about to like pass on? How about here, Ebenezer? What do you think of this? A guy in his 50s that has the athleticism to do this? What do you think about that, Ebenezer? Is this deteriorating? If my muscles and my body were falling apart, just saying, this wouldn't really be something a person, let alone a vegan in his 50s, should be able to do. How about, let's see. And I post regularly videos of me playing guys at the gym who are like 20, 30 years younger than me, and I beat them. So Ebenezer, how am I deteriorating since I'm beating guys who could be my children, my kids? What else is going on here? Yep, I'm looking pretty deteriorated here, man. Like, I'm just rotting away, falling apart. Just waiting for the inevitable death to happen as my muscles all atrophy. So Ebenezer, where are you? Where are you, my friend? How come you've gone so quiet all of a sudden? Am I congested? I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe my voice is getting a little tired, though. I've been on nearly 2.5 hours. So I think Ebenezer bailed, huh? What do you think? You just came here, tried to poop on us all, and bailed. It's that green jello PhD. Oh no, you've been vegan since you were 26. I haven't built your stores up enough, being 34 now. You're probably wasting away. According to Ebenezer's very non-fact-based opinion about veganism, yes, you would be, but fact is we're not. Funny, Peter. Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, it's total crickets, huh? Hey, Groovy Lisa, good to see you too. Yeah, where'd he go? How come people just come here, poop, and leave? You know, they throw these big claims out that have no support, and they bail. I guess they just didn't want to get embarrassed, right? No, we didn't delete them. Really? Let me know. Did anyone delete Ebenezer or ban Ebenezer? You gave him time to think, Uncle Walt? Oh, okay. You put him in timeout, so hopefully he'll hang out. You shouldn't have done that because I wanted to have him come back. But that's all cool, Uncle Walt. I'm not mad or anything. Now if I'm responding to someone, I want them to be able to state their case. He said a few things and ran out of more to say. Oh, you did not. Okay. Anyway, it's all good. All good. Vegans are deteriorating. Let's see his nonsense again, then we'll erase his poop all stuff. Vegan works after the age of 40 or 50 because you start to deteriorate. People think it's just aging, but it is the veganism. You don't see it, young people, that much. Whatevs. That is just complete nonsense. Or Ebenezer, you don't. Okay, well, first of all, it's. I showed more than Instagram. Here are blood tests, Ebenezer. Right down there. Look down there. I gave you a link to my blood test. So tell me how I'm deteriorating. And Instagram, I just showed Instagram to show you what I look like when I'm doing things like, say, like say playing basketball here. Just showing you things I'm doing, on my daily basis. Just showing you working out, I'm not saying I'm the biggest dude in the world or anything. I'm not a bodybuilder or power lifter. I'm just training for basketball. I'm not trying to brag or anything. I'm just showing you that I'm not deteriorating. I'm fine. I have a great body for someone who's 54. Do you know what an average 54-year-old looks like? I think I'm doing pretty good is what I'm saying. I'm not saying I look like the best 54-year-old in the world. I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying I'm doing fine. I'm not trying to be the best looking man in the world or anything like that. So I presented my evidence to you, Ebenezer, and as we said earlier, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. So please, show me your evidence how I'm deteriorating. I just showed you how I'm not. Please tell me how I'm deteriorating. But be specific. Just don't be vague and blah, blah, blah. Tell me very specifically. I showed you specifically my blood tests here, showed you images of me working out, playing sports. Please tell me, Ebenezer, how I'm deteriorating. All right, thinking out loud. Thanks for coming. I'm going to keep going on. Let's see. Professor says 4.5 years vegan and your blood results made your doctor do a double take. And in a good way, I assume, right? Ebenezer. How does that do with anything? So you're saying I'm deteriorated because you believe you have superior cardio? That is not a result. I mean, first of all, you're probably younger than me. And if you're training specifically as a cardiovascular based athlete, cool. I'm not training. I used to be training as a runner and cyclist 5-6 years ago. I've switched over to basketball in the past 3 or 4 years. So, cool. That doesn't mean you've debunked veganism or that I'm deteriorating. All you're saying, okay, I'll admit there are people out there that have better cardio than I am. Awesome. Good for them. But does that mean I am deteriorating? Do you know what I'm saying? There are people out there who are stronger than me. Great for them. But does that mean I'm deteriorating? There are people out there that are faster than me, that have better jump shots than me, that have better golf swings than I do, that are better swimmers and surfers than I am. Does that mean I'm deteriorating? No, doesn't at all. So great. If you have better cardio than me at someone who's about 30 years younger than me, awesome. How does that mean I'm deteriorating? If a guy 25 years younger than me has better cardio. I'm not saying you do, but let's say you do. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, Ebenezer, and say that you have better cardio than me. How does that mean I'm deteriorating? How does that mean if a guy 25 years younger than me has better cardio? I'm kind of curious, Ebenezer. What's your best half marathon time? Just curious. If you want to share that, Ebenezer, your PR in a half marathon, if you have really good cardio, just share that with us, because that's a great example of cardio. That's what it's designed for, to just carry you long distance rather than like sprinting or something like that. So let me know what your bet, if we're going to talk about cardio. I'm just curious. As Ebenezer tries to invent a fake PR for half marathon, let's take some other questions here. People don't think about how dangerous plants are. Yeah, they're so dangerous, Ebenezer. Yeah, plants are so dangerous. Yeah, I fell into a cactus one time. I got a bunch of pricklies on me. Yeah, plants are really freaking dangerous. Michael, who thinks veganism is religion? Kay, ever been in a fist fight? Why do you want to know, Kay? Yeah, VLAM, great point, VLAM. Why do we have to keep going back to this issue, VLAM? You're 100% right. You were in good health in your first 30 years of life pre-vegan, and you're in good health 2.5 years vegan. You can be healthy either way. So what? Health is not why I became vegan. Yeah, me too. I didn't go vegan like, I want to be the healthiest guy in the world. I want optimal human health, blah, blah, blah. I went vegan because it's just friggin' wrong and immoral to harm animals when we don't have to. Ebenezer, I'm going to put you in timeout. I want to hear what since you brought up your amazing cardio, I want to hear your half marathon PR time. All right. And if he doesn't answer, then Peter, you can ban him. So Peter, Ebenezer, make up your half marathon PR time. I just want to hear it. If your cardio is so amazing. I'm with you, Kentucky Fried Vegan. I really despise how our tax dollars go to subsidize just shit industries, basically, like meat and dairy, egg industries, and petroleum for that matter. Let's see. Thanks, Sarah. I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter, I mean, I'm aggressive and tough when I need to be, but it's at appropriate times, particularly like playing basketball. I play an aggressive way, but, you see, once the games are done, I'm all smiling. I'm buddies with my opponents, but when I play, I'm hardcore. There's a right time for aggression. And guys who think that they have to be aggressive and assholes all the time, that's called toxic masculinity, and they're a-holes, Aggression is context specific. Your fastest marathon time is 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's pretty impressive, Ebenezer, because no human has ever ran a marathon in an hour and a half. So maybe you got confused with half marathon or something like that. But yeah, nice. All right, now Peter, you can get rid of him now if you would like to, Peter or Uncle. Ebenezer I'm talking about. Yeah, that's a great 1.5 hours, considering the world record is basically 2 hours, I mean, give or take, depending if you count that one that what's his name, Eliud Kipchoge was following like the Tesla and all that with his runners making the windbreak for him basically, and the special springy shoes, and he got under 2 hours. But yeah, 1.5 hours, nice try. He answered my question, and it was complete nonsense. So yeah, you can ban him now, Peter. Please, I give you full on permission. You can ban this troll. Thank you. Yeah, Kipchoge's amazing. Yeah, I'm not knocking his accomplishment. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, what he did, I'm just saying. But yeah, but Ebenezer would have beat Kipchoge by half an hour. So 1.5 hour marathon. Yeah, I know. Oh gosh! So we had like the world's fastest man here by half an hour, and he's just hanging out amongst us while we were all like privileged and honored to be around such extreme like superhuman greatness all that time. We shouldn't have banned him now in retrospect, Geez. Yeah, he's just having fun, Carl. Huh? I think so. Yeah, even a 2-hour, 40-minute marathon is insane. Yeah, sub 3-hour marathons are insane. I never ran a full marathon. My half marathon PR was an hour 47. So I was hoping if I continue that training, I could do a sub 4-hour. But I don't have a marathoner's body. They're usually not 6'5". They usually don't have like a physique of a basketball player. Long and heavy arms and stuff like that. They're usually much smaller dudes that weigh a lot less than me. So once I started to hit upon the limitations of running because of my physique, I'm going, let me get back into a sport where my physique is not a handicap and not a hindrance. So I got back into basketball where my size and length are actually virtues rather than vices. Yeah, you're convinced. Back to meat and dairy, huh? An hour and a half marathon there. I'm with you, Sarah. Yeah, reason why I never really ran a marathon in any of my practice runs, I get bored when I was like doing my most intense running. After like 18 miles, I'm just bored. I don't want to go anymore. I just want to, not that I'm like physically about spent or anything like that. I just like, what's the point? Why do I keep doing this for? It's like so long. I've been out for like 3.5 hours or something like that. Anyway. Oh, Scott Jurek's going to be at the Planet Expo? Awesome. Yeah, he's an amazing athlete. Yeah, eating, I think he's vegan, or at least he's plant-based, huh? But yeah, that's a cool dude to have there. You only run if someone's chasing you. Good point, AJ Vintage. Yeah, I don't like running as much now. I run on the basketball court. I'll do a little sprinting and stuff from time to time. But yeah, it's going on like just runs, through the neighborhood. I'm kind of over that right now. I know, Veggie Jim, I shouldn't have booted him. A world record holder that no one knows about. It's like a private world record. He beat Eliud Kipchoge by 30 minutes, and no one knows about it except Ebenezer. Like, man. Anyway, let's see. Kay, why do you want to know if I've been in a fist fight? Tell me why you want to know this for. I mean, I've fought before. I've practiced taekwondo in my youth. It wasn't I wasn't in fights where we said, "Hey, F you, I'm gonna get you." I mean, there were fights within a dojo, within the context of a practice of practicing taekwondo, but it wasn't like a street fight. Is that what you're asking about? No, I typically don't get into street fights. I'm usually a little too clever for that. Let's see. Yes. Yeah, me and Angie run this channel. Who was asking that? Star Cradle. The only vegan deterioration you're experiencing is psychological fatigue from reading these asinine anti-vegan arguments. Yeah, I'm with you, huh? If that doesn't deteriorate you, huh? 18-minute marathon in a car. Let's see. 27 miles in 18 minutes. I'm sorry. Not 27. 13.1. 26.2 miles in 18 minutes. That's totally doable. Good for you. Han Solo's cousin, thank you so much for your very generous and kind super chat tip here. Yes, I agree with your sentiment 100%, Han Solo's cousin. Thanks for the super chat. Yeah, be vegan. The animals did nothing wrong, but people feel like they still must consume animal products needlessly. But thanks so much. Thanks so much. Debate Bart K about what? About veganism? Because isn't he like a biochemist or something like that? Why would I want to debate a biochemist on a topic that's about morality and philosophy? Because I've seen him before. He's not really trained in logical thinking and philosophy. This is how would Bart K like be helpful in a debate? How would debating a biochemist relate to a philosophy, a way of living which seeks to exclude, start drinking, guys, all forms of cruelty and exploitation of animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose? What could a biochemist add to that debate? Because that's why I'm vegan. I'm not trying to be the healthiest man in the world or whatever, I'm just eating plants because it's the only way of eating that is in accordance with my moral beliefs about about harming animals, about not harming animals particularly. Yeah, Han Solo's cousin, thanks. Yeah, you don't need to eat animals to survive. That's what these anti-vegans don't understand. I go, why would they intentionally want to harm animals daily when it's absolutely needless? You can eat plants every meal of every day and not have animals harmed or killed in order for you to live. So why do you enjoy or prefer or condone or bless animal cruelty and death on a daily basis? Why are you so awesome that you require animals to die in order for you to live when I don't have to do that and I'm doing just fine? But yeah, thanks, Han Solo's, because we're totally on the same page as far as all the, why we're vegan, Han Solo's cousin, totally. Yeah, and veganism is not a diet, AJ Vintage. Yeah, that guy wants me to debate Bart K. It's not a diet. It's a diet only in the sense that we need to eat something, right? Since we're not eating animals because we find it morally wrong to harm and exploit animals, we still need to eat something, and the only leftover alternative are plants and fungi. Plants and mushrooms, that's it. And is it nutritionally adequate and healthful? Yes, I've showed that a dozen times today, so that's it. All I want to know, am I harming myself? Will I be killing myself if I'm eating plants? Well, none of these major health organizations say that I'm harming myself. In fact, they say it's nutritionally adequate. Furthermore, I've been doing it 11 years, and I'm doing fine. My blood tests are great, my athleticism is great, so I'm convinced, what's there to debate? Yeah, I'm vegan because I'm my morality, and I'm not, getting effed up from it. What is there to debate? Oh, you are getting effed up from it. Well, no, I'm not. You've seen heroin addicts more articulate than him. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, my. Let's see. Dr. Bear, what are you telling me here? New claims for the wall. Let's see. The whatever guy. Many evidences starting with isotope studies of bone marrow on ancient man. Why veganism is debunked? Well, I think I saw that post earlier. Yeah, let's see what he said. Many evidences. What does that mean, evidences? Is there plural of evidences? I have one evidence or two evidences. See, even that is off to a bad start. If you want to articulate yourself in a way that's grammatically incorrect, I mean, it's not a good start. Anyway, starting with isotope studies on bone marrow on ancient man. What is that? How does ancient man have to do with this? Carno man, whatever. What does ancient man have to do with not harming animals? What does ancient man have to do with this? Zero. It's a way of living that doesn't harm animals. Who cares what ancient man was doing? Do I think I give a flying F about what isotopes were in ancient man? How ancient are we talking about anyway? And why does that even matter? This is 2022. I'm not living in 10,000 years ago or a million years ago. I'm living in 2022. Who cares what ancient man did or didn't do? I don't live in his or her world and climate and in context, and I'm not just trying to survive in the wild. I go to markets and stores to buy food. I don't hunt, and I'm not trying to just get by and survive so I don't die every day from starvation and animals killing me. It's a whole different world, bro. Who cares what ancient man did? That's ridiculous. I mean, cool, it's interesting to study. I'm not saying it's a worthless field of inquiry, but how does that relate to veganism? It is zero. Hey, Han Solo's cousin, thanks again for your super chat tip. Okay, we'll be able to get pizza for sure now if we want. Man, you put us over the edge there, Han Solo's cousin. And Dr. Bear too. Non-vegans, Han Solo's cousin asks, why do the animals kill the animals in the wild? Me, because they don't have the moral capacity, and some of them are not designed to eat plants, exclusively 100% plants, such as we are, like lions and tigers and stuff. But humans are not lions and tigers biologically. Secondly, lions and tigers can't go to Whole Foods market or whatever markets in your neighborhood, or a farmer's market, and buy food. That they just can't do that. But you can. You have moral capacity. You function in society. You live in the world where food is available. You don't have to go out into the savannah and try to hunt wearing a loincloth. Hey Peter, thanks so much for the donation too. Thank you. Yeah, Skylar, exactly. They needed it to survive. We don't. Yeah, thanks for the pizza tip, Peter. Yeah, we totally got pizza revenue now too. So thanks. So they get pizza or maybe Panda Express. I'm kind of, I'll see. I'll talk to Angie. Yep, the animals needed it to survive. We don't. And the ancient humans needed to do whatever they needed. The ancient humans didn't have the luxury like we do. Like, we have the luxury. Like, we're not in a survival mode right now, at least. Maybe society can collapse. Right now, we're not. We can go to the stores. But ancient man didn't have stores. They just didn't want to die. They weren't thinking about morality towards animals. They were thinking about surviving to the next day. So it's not our context. It's not our world. I'm with you. Oh, thanks so much, Han Solo's cousin. Yeah, let's make this world a better place. Be vegan, and the world would be a much better place in so many ways. Like, yeah, how many 80 billion animals that are raised each year for slaughter? They'd be much better off by either not being killed or not being raised into this horrible existence from birth to death of being exploited in captivity and ultimately facing a pretty gruesome death. They were just only bred into the world for man to exploit and kill. And the world would be better off by not feeding using all the resources required to feed 80 billion animals a year needlessly. So yes, the world would be a much better place. Yeah, I agree with you, Crazy Farm Girl. Everything you're saying there about ancient man, that's not our world. Yep, it's a whole different situation than what we have here. Angie, I think, is in the tub right now. I thought I heard her pouring or drawing a bath a little while ago. You wouldn't be here unless we survived the Ice Age by eating our natural diet. The thing is, don't you understand? What people did in the past is irrelevant for what happens now. We are not in an ice age right now. I don't care what my ancestors did. Car Nomad guy, let me ask you this. Do you poop in a toilet? Core Nomad, whatever your name is. Do you poop in a toilet? And don't ask any questions. That's the only thing you're allowed to answer. Say, yes, I poop in a toilet, or no, I don't poop in a toilet. All right, so just tell me, yes or no, do you poop in a toilet? Yes meaning yes, you poop in a toilet. No is mean no, you don't poop in a toilet. So we're going to wait for this ancient man to tell us if he poops in a toilet. Han Solo's cousin. That's funny. If you want to be a good boy, good guy or girl, be vegan. Again, thanks for the super chat tip, and that's cute. Yeah, okay, you poop in a toilet. So it's funny, whatever, how you pick and choose what ancient man did that you wish to emulate now. Ancient man didn't poop in a toilet, but you poop in a toilet. How come? You see what I'm saying? You're being very selective about what behaviors of ancient man you wish to carbon copy into your modern life here in 22. You sound like whatever ancient man did, you must do. So ancient man pooped in a toilet. I mean, didn't poop in a toilet, but you're pooping in a toilet, so you're not choosing what aspects of ancient man you want to do. You want to copy this fantasy of what you have about ancient man's diet, yet you're not going all the way. You use a computer, you're pooping in a toilet. I mean, I'd respect your position more if you pooped in a hole in the ground. Not to say I'd agree with it, but at least I'd see some consistency here. But I'm just saying, either way, it's going back to the appeal to nature fallacy. What happened in nature, or in your case, in nature in the far distant past, is something we should emulate. And a lot of things that happen in the ancient past, we don't want to emulate. We don't want 30-year lifespans. Most of us don't want to poop in the ground. Maybe we want to get a little squatting assist thing for your toilet so you can have a more natural posture when you poop. I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying it's really selective how you're arguing we should do all these things ancient man did, but there's only really one. You're just trying to say eat meat because in your fantasy you heard that some ancient men were eating meat or something like that. Anyway, that's nice to know you poop in a toilet. Yes, I am 54, whoever is asking. In fact, I'll be 55 like a couple months, man. Getting old. No, man, you don't know what our optimal diet is, because remember, if you're talking about people trying to survive an ice age, I want to emphasize the word survive. They weren't thriving in an ice age. They're just getting by. So to assume that people in a food restricted environment due to a food poor growing climate, what they're doing is the optimal human diet. That's a huge stretch to argue that an ice age diet is the optimal human diet. And who again, let's say for instance, I got another chat there, super chat tip from Han Solo's cousin. Being vegan is the only moral option. Go vegan. Here's my whole point. I'm gonna hook into that Han Solo's cousin. Let's just say to car nomad guy, whatever that. Let's just say his ancient man meat diet is the most optimal human diet ever invented. Let's just give him it's the best diet that ever could be constructed. This limited ice age diet that they had to find whatever they could to survive. Let's say that's the best diet ever. Okay, so what? Where does it say here that being vegan is to eat the most optimal human diet in the world? Where it doesn't say that. It's a philosophy of not harming animals. So again, I want to know if I can eat an all plant diet and not be harming myself, am I getting sufficient nutrition? And the answer is undeniably yes. And is it my opinion? No, it's not my opinion. It's the opinion of health professionals around the world. Dietitians of Canada, British National Health Service, so on and so forth, Australia, all pretty much saying the same thing as, say, the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Appropriately planned vegan diets are nutritionally adequate for all people in all stages of life. They say here there's benefits for prevention and treatment of certain diseases. They're more environmentally friendly than your ancient man diet, and we are at reduced risk of certain conditions such as the leading causes of death, heart disease, diabetes, hypertension. So not only is it nutritionally adequate, it also helps reduce your risk of dying of the leading causes of death. So, okay, say your ancient man diet was all that. Great. I can eat a diet that's in accordance with my ethical beliefs and also provides sufficient nutrition and protects me from dying of the leading causes of death. So what am I missing here? Core nomad, whatever, man. Tell me, what am I doing wrong here? How am I harming myself? I'm eating a diet that's like nutritionally adequate and protects me from dying of the most common ways that human beings die on this planet these days. Tell me what is wrong with veganism, please. Oh, I didn't know that. The longest living dog was plant-based? Awesome. Okay, I just showed you that core nomad guy because you seem to not understand that veganism, it's not a diet. It's an ethical stance against animal cruelty. But at the same time, I'm not like, I'm not masochistic or I'm not trying to harm myself. I want to make sure what I'm doing is responsible as far as like getting adequate nutrition, and it is. And it has the added benefit of reducing my risk of dying of the leading causes of death. So please tell me, what do you mean? Who? Okay, so that's your only question. Your only concern is it's not optimal for human health. Well, it's pretty optimal in the sense that it's nutritionally adequate and reduces your risk of dying of heart disease, diabetes, stroke, the leading causes of death. So does your diet reduce your risk of dying of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke? Let me know if you have some strong evidence that eating your high meat diet of an ancient ice age dwelling Paleolithic man reduces the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. If it doesn't, how could that diet be the optimal human diet if you have an increased chance of dying of the leading causes of death? I would like to know how that's the optimal human diet. Just curious. Again, I'm not saying the vegan diet is the most optimal human health diet. I couldn't give a rat's ass about what's the most optimal human diet. I couldn't care. All I want to know, is it going to kill me? No. Is it good for me? Yes. Does it reduce my risk of dying? Yes. So please tell me. All right, that should be interesting. Yeah, I was. Yeah, can he define optimal in what way? It's just nonsense. It's like there's no such thing as the optimal human diet. It assumes like it's a known fact. Like what's the most optimal human diet? Meaning no other diet could be ever designed ever in the history, in the future of humankind that is better. That is better than that. I mean, how do you know that? They could invent a diet in 10 years that is better than anything that we know about now. How do you know what the optimal human diet? It's so presumptive that you know the answer to that question, and people will debate it in the same way they debate who's stronger, Thor, Superman, or Loki. I'm just making crap up. Shang-Chi, who is stronger? Spider-Man is better. I mean, everyone can have opinion. There's no way to know the answer to that. And there's no way to know what's the optimal, the best way to eat. That's just... So Co-Norman guy just says he doesn't like the studies. Great. If you don't like the science, awesome. But you know what? That's your opinion. And in this case, we have the opinion of of a health organization, and one of the largest organizations of health professionals in the world, and they have put their organization's reputation on stake by claiming not only are vegan diets nutritionally adequate, but that they reduce your risk of dying of disease. So if you think you know better than these PhDs, MDs, dietitians, and other researchers on staff, part of the organization, awesome. You live your life, you follow what you believe is right, but please stop trying to say that vegan diets are nutritionally inadequate and we're going to die younger, because after reviewing the scientific research, that's just plainly false. And you can have your opinion, but you know what they say about opinions and a-holes, everyone's got them. Hey, Han Solo's cousin, thank you so much for your super chat tip. And we're done with you, Co-Nomad guy. We've devoted way too much time to you tonight. So if you want to wander back off into the evening, have a good night, and we'll see you on a future week, okay? But I have other people we're going to tend to. And I'm going to end this live stream pretty soon. We're hitting on 3 hours, and I don't want to devote the last bits of my time to someone who's trying to argue that we should eat like people who died in the Ice Age at the age of 30. And these are not correlative studies, by the way. Anyway, you can debate the science with someone else. I'm just here to report with people who are much more intelligent than I am, people with much more education into these areas than I have, what they're saying and how their reputations of their organizations are at stake when they make these position papers. Ansel Keys put his record. That's one guy. Again, Academy of Nutrition Dietetics is an organization of literally thousands of health professionals. One guy or an organization of thousands of people. Anyway, thank you for playing, Co-Nomad guy, and I'm going to respectfully time you out because we just don't want to keep when we know how that turned out. How did what turn out? How did what turn out? Everything's fine. What are you talking about? Everything's cool. Yeah, and he just used an appeal to authority fallacy. His hero said this, it's sin. We don't like to have heroes in nutrition. I don't follow heroes or individual persons. I want to see what a scientific consensus is. In particular, I want to see an opinion of an organization of health professionals rather than like one or two people who could be fringe lunatics for all we know. Carl, your total cholesterol was 260 right before your heart attack at age 52. Oh my goodness. Wow. I didn't know you had a heart attack, Carl. Wow. What was that like? Well, I mean, what was it like? But I mean, wow. That sounds like maybe you had a life-changing moment after that. Oh, cool. Peter, you timed him out. Thank you so much, Peter. Thank you so much. Yeah, we've devoted way too much time to caveman, optimal health nonsense. Again, veganism is healthy. It's not a diet, but it is a healthy diet if you're talking about a vegan diet, but it's a moral stance against animal cruelty. Yeah, Peter, I saw Heart Attack Grill when I visited Las Vegas a few years back. Let's see. Yeah, happy, alive, and well, Carl. Yeah, that goes without saying for sure. Yeah, this whole optimal human health thing, it totally bugs me. It's like, you don't know what's optimal human health. You can have an opinion as to what's optimal human health, but if there's no fact about it, how do I know? I mean, just Google optimal human health. There's no answer. Like, what's the square root of 25? There's an absolute objective fact about that. What's the tallest mountain on planet Earth? What's the tallest mountain on Mars? These things are there's known facts, but if you Google like what's optimal human health, there is no consensus whatsoever on this topic. It's just opinions. And people even ask, I mean, it's even speculated or postulate, like, is there even such a thing as optimal human health? There's healthy ways of being and there's unhealthy ways of being. But is one like the best that dominates them all? I mean, that's just an assumption that some anti-vegans bring to the table. It's an unproven assumption. Let's see, Carl, the heart attack is why you switched to a whole food plant-based diet. You would say you became vegan, accepting the ethical position 1 year later. Awesome. That's why I say I don't like it when I see some vegans try to poo-poo vegans who came for health reasons. Because, okay, just because someone came to veganism for a health reason, like a vegan diet because of a health issue, doesn't mean that sometime down the road, after learning more, they might also become an ethical vegan as well. There's nothing, don't piss them. Don't poison their minds. Don't get them pissed off at you. And then bottom line is the animals don't care, right? As long as they're not getting eaten, they're not too concerned if it was an ethical vegan or not that was responsible for them living another day. Yeah, Dre Starman, optimal health is always evolving. Like I said, to know what optimal human health is means it's frozen. There can never be anything better. Like say in 10 years, some technological breakthroughs happen or some scientific discoveries happen and find something better. If you say you know what optimal human health is, you're freezing everything right now and it can never be bettered in any way. There's so many problems with this concept of optimal human health. I could go off, but I'm just pointing out a few issues I have conceptually and just evidence-based things about why this concept of optimal human health is problematic. Oh, I didn't see Han Solo's cousin. That you left a few minutes ago. Bummer. Oh, okay. Well, if you're watching the after the fact, Han Solo's cousin, thanks for being here tonight. Thank you so much. And I saw that Nagai, you're some Sharma. Are you watching right now? It's that you subscribed. I had that turned off for the longest time. So yeah, you're one of the first ones to actually subscribe during a live stream. So if you're watching right now, let me know if you're here. Gone. You are the definition of optimal human health. Yeah, maybe so, huh? Let's see. What's that, Uncle? That Boston AP, an interfaith coalition, is asking Starbucks to stop charging extra for vegan milk. Yes. Saying the practice amounts to a vegan tax. I know. It always pisses me off when I see a vegan product costing more, because typically they shouldn't cost more. I mean, just economics-wise, not just out of like principle. Peter, that's what happened when you Googled optimal human health. See, there you go. Yeah, Henning. Yeah, I read the blue zones. Yeah, aren't they in there? Wow, Gaelic Raider. Sorry to hear about your experiences in eating no plants there. Yeah, Han Solo has been our channel's sugar daddy. If you're watching, Han Solo's cousin, thank you so much. You have been our channel's sugar daddy. What's that, CM? Vegan for health reasons? What are you talking about? I'm not sure if I understand. If you're still here, CM, what don't you like about that? Oh, you're back, Code Nomad guy. Why would I want to debate a biochemist? You haven't told me why he's back, Code Nomad guy, Car Nomad guy. Why would I want to debate a biochemist about about philosophy? Because that's what veganism is. If he wants to discuss science, biochemistry, there's much more relevant people to have debate with, like say Dr. Garth Davis, maybe Dr. Greger, Dr. Avi even, he's a medical doctor. Why would I want to have a debate with a biochemist? Please explain that, Car Nomad guy. Why would I want to have a debate about philosophy with a guy who really has zero training in philosophy? It makes no sense. It's like debate veganism against like a astrophysicist. Like, why? I mean like what does their background have to do like with a debate on morality? Oh, what happened to Race Lover? I didn't want to make a big deal about it, but we had to part ways, and I'm just going to leave it at that. It had to do with certain of you viewers in the our viewers here. Yeah, I've seen him debate, and I've seen him be really mean, just really just abusive, and just like he's like God's gift or something like that. But again, why would you? Why was this? You haven't came back. Okay. Well, I didn't see that before. So not debating the religion. Veganism is not a religion. It's a moral philosophy. It's like, I believe it's wrong to harm animals. How is that a religion? Because I also believe it's wrong to like kill humans. Is that a religion? I believe it's wrong to do home invasion robberies on humans. Is that a religion? I find it's wrong to harm animals. Is that a religion? How is that a religion? The science of the diet. I'm not a scientist. Again, why would I debate a science? If he wants to have a debate on the science, there are people who have actual training in science. My training is in philosophy. That's what my degree is in. That's what I dropped out of a PhD program in. So if you want to debate science, talk to Dr. Garth Davis. Talk to what's her name? I thought Anna Boric, the skeptical doctor. I follow her on Twitter. You could debate her. She's MD, for as far as I know. Dr. Avi. People that are actually trained in these matters. I'm not a scholar of the science. I don't publish papers or anything like that. I'm not a scientist. I'm coming out right now. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a medical doctor. So why would I want to debate science if I don't consider myself a scientist? Again, I just look at the opinions of others who know way more about it than me. I'm not saying anything beyond that as far as I'm associated with any of these groups of doctors or anything like that. So I hope you understand why I'm not going to debate someone when the debate is absolutely irrelevant. There are much more qualified people than little old me to debate vegan science. It's not my training, not my background. Veggie Jim. So you're saying when Bart K debated, I don't know this stuff. I'm just reading what Veggie Jim's saying. When Bart K debated a doctor, he got smashed and resulted to name calling when he showed he didn't understand the hierarchy of evidence. Have I ordered my pizza? No, because I need to talk to Angie. But I know the kitchen is open till at least 11 tonight. So we have time for that. And if we decide for Panda Express, they're open pretty late tonight too. So we're cool. I heard about that, Peter. Yeah, about gluing his hand at a Starbucks counter to protest the upcharge of vegan milks. Yeah, that's awesome. That's some hardcore activism right there. Yeah, car nomad guy. You can't debate a belief system. Well, I guess you can, but I'm just saying it's a moral stance. I believe it's wrong to harm animals, just like I believe it's wrong to harm humans, to shoot humans in the head. Yeah, that's all it is. So if you understand that, you understand veganism now. Co-nomad guy, whatever. That's what it is. It's a belief system. It's a philosophy that believes it's wrong to harm animals. You understand now. Awesome. Congratulations. Let's see. Veggie, you're saying that debate was in an Avi Discord and you believe it was a doctor. Okay, cool. How do I explain hey, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a biochemist. How does that have to do with veganism? Again, let's look what veganism is. It has nothing to do with cell membranes. Again, you guys are probably going to get totally wasted tonight if you're taking a drink every time I have to show the definition. What does this have to do with cell membranes? Veganism is a philosophy. It's a way of living that seeks to avoid, as far as possible and practical, all forms of cruelty to animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. I don't see anything in here about cell membranes or biochemistry. It's a moral stance against harming animals needlessly. So yeah, cell membranes, awesome. I'm glad someone studies cell membranes if you're into chemistry or biology. Awesome. Cell membranes are rad. Any of you guys want to, my guy, I'll just do it myself, man. I'm over. Why would we want to debunk Christianity? We're not. Well, I don't understand. I blocked him again. Like, this is irrelevant points. I mean, why would you want to debunk a religion? It's just, you know, a belief. What's the point? You know. Anyway, you'd be thoroughly wasted by now, Star Cradle. Oh man. That's funny, Uncle. Yeah, it's funny. I believe his beliefs are dumb. Why would a philosopher debate a biochemist about like science and chemistry? Again, veganism is not about science and chemistry. It's a belief system. It's not even a system. That's saying too much. It's just a belief that it's wrong to harm animals. It's not even a system. It's just like, you know, if you're against murdering humans, it's not a belief system. You just think it's wrong to harm humans. You think it's wrong to do home invasion robberies. It's not a belief system. Yeah, veganism is just a belief against it's wrong to harm animals. It's like, what is there to debate? It would be the shortest debate in the world, right? It would just be over in like 2 seconds. I don't know how to pronounce your name because vegans claim saturated fat is bad. It's not just vegans that claim that saturated fat is bad. If you talk to pretty much any like cardiologist, they're not going to tell you saturated fat is totally great for heart health. And I know this because I've talked to both vegan and non-vegan cardiologists, and the message is clear about their position on saturated fat. It raises LDL cholesterol, and I know a lot of you anti-vegans have heard guys like, you know, Dr. Barry and stuff like that say, no, raise your LDL as high as you can, sky it to the sky. It's awesome for you. But these aren't cardiologists. I've really not seen cardiologists pushing to raise your LDL as high as possible. So it's not a vegan thing. It's just a cardiologist thing. So yeah, if you want to get your heart advice from like a chiropractor or, you know, a foot surgeon or something like that, go for it. Totally cool. If that's what you think is cool, I'll get my heart advice from actual heart professionals and the cardiologists. Star Cradle, I'm with you too. Just taking these big swigs of water tonight. Yeah, and Sarah, I'm with you. I avoid high saturated fat foods too because I've noticed I'm sensitive, genetically sensitive to LDL rises from like high saturated fat foods like coconut oil. To me, that's like the devil. That's like the worst of the bunch there. So it's like I avoid all saturated fat. You know, it's in some foods you can't really get rid of it. If you eat some nuts or something like that, you know, you're going to get some. But yeah, try to avoid the refined processed foods that are really high in it. But yeah, again, it's not my opinion. That's the opinion of just pretty much every cardiologist I've ever seen in modern times. Skylar, quick question. If being vegan did harm your health, which it doesn't, but if it did, would you still be vegan? I don't know. That's an interesting thought experiment. I can't really, and to be honest with you, it's hard for me to wrap my head around how to really, truly, honestly answer that question because I can't wrap my head around vegan diets being like harmful. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know what to tell you on that because to me it's just a slam dunk. It's not harming the animals and it's not harming yourself. So it's hard for me to twist it like, oh, okay, it's good for the animals but bad for the people. I don't know how to wrap my head around that question. What are you telling someone there, Carl? The belief or disbelief of whether saturated fat is bad is peripheral to veganism, which is, as Ryan has said over and over, an ethical belief system regarding animal exploitation. Yeah, the position that saturated fat is bad for you is not a vegan position. It's not part of our thing. But it is part of the belief system of cardiologists who are not vegans necessarily. You know, most cardiologists are not vegans. That seems to be the general consensus amongst cardiologists that saturated fat is not particularly good for heart health. It's not a vegan position. It's a doctor's position. Let's see, what have I missed here? Skylar, yeah, it's good we're not in that predicament that veganism would just so happen to not be good for us. Yeah, I'm glad we're not in that. I'm glad we don't have to like weigh that out. Is it worth it or not? It's totally worth it. You're not harming the animals, and you're definitely not harming yourself. As long as you're not doing something ridiculous like eating just fruit or something like that, or starving yourself. Why do I talk about diet? Konam, he's back. Why do I talk about diet? I don't. I talk about the morality of veganism. Let me break it down one more time for those of you who aren't up to speed or can't follow what I'm saying. Let's just break it down. I'm vegan because I find it wrong, immoral to needlessly harm animals. Why? Because we don't have to. We can eat plants and not require that animals involuntarily are bred into existence, exploited their entire time on this planet, and ultimately killed needlessly so guys like Core Nomad Dude can eat meat when you could just eat plants and have great thriving health if you choose to eat a healthy way. So why do I talk about diet? Only because that since I'm excluding all animal products from what I will eat, we have to eat something, and that is called a vegan diet. A vegan diet consists solely of plants and mushrooms too, because they're technically not a plant, a fungi. So anyway, that's it. That's why I talk about diet. And then people will say like you, well, eating plants isn't healthy. Then I have to show stuff beyond the, like say the definition of veganism. That's why I have to show stuff like, let's go back to something like this. So the positions of health organizations that have looked into this matter, they know much more about health, science, medicine, biochemistry than I do. And after reviewing the scientific research, it's their opinions, their conclusions that appropriately planned vegan diets are healthful for people. That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you what to eat or anything like that. If you want to be an unhealthy vegan, you can do it. If you just want to eat French fries every day, 24/7, cool. That's your life. Cool. I'm not telling you to be the healthiest person in the world. I'm not telling you to be the optimal human health. I'm just saying, if you eat a appropriately planned vegan diet, you're not going to harm yourself. You're not killing yourself. You're not eating some junk crap diet that you're going to like, cool, you're saving the animals, but you're going to kill yourself. That's all I want to know. Can I eat a plant-based diet and not harm myself? And the answer is yes. A loud, resounding yes. So much so that not only are you not going to harm yourself, you actually have a reduced risk of certain conditions, including the leading causes of death, heart disease, diabetes. So, yeah, that's why the only time I bring up diet, this is not a diet channel. I'm not telling you how to diet or how to lose weight or what's the best food in the world to eat. Yeah, we can get rid of Carno, guys. All right, so if you guys want to time out Carno again, so I'm glad he brought that question up in the sense I could explain why I even mentioned food in the first place, because we have to eat something, and we want to know if that something is going to kill us or not. Yeah, if you eat potato chips all day, maybe you're not going to have as good results as, like, say, how we eat, a more balanced, whole food-based approach. So anyway, he said something about Appalachians or something like that, Veggie. I missed it. Veggie Jim. Star Cradle. I repeat, at this point, it might be easier for you to wear a t-shirt with the definition of veganism on it. I know, huh? It might be. Hey, before I go, I know not all you guys were able to go to our music video premiere. So I'm going to give you a little sneak preview here, and I'll give you the link. Oh, where'd it go? Here it is. I'll give you the link to our new music video for download. And let's see if I can have it fill the screen a little more here. Okay, how about I'll do this view. I'll do theater mode.
Something, let me know you're
watch the whole thing.
Gotta keep it on the down low.
Where's my room here?
Write me a text, baby, I'm vexed. I don't know what's going on now, but what can I expect?
Angie looks hot here, huh?
Keep it on the down low. We said keep it on the down low.
I'll end it in a second. I'll
Just keep it
play a
on
little
the
bit of my
down low.
epic guitar solo here. I'm logging just in time.
Keep it on the down low.
It's a short music video. It's like 2:40 minutes, 2:45 seconds. There's the guitar here.
Keep it on the down low. I said keep it on the down low. Just keep it on the down low. Gotta keep it on the down low.
That's it, guys. Let me paste the link down in the show notes so you can watch it on your own devices here. So that's it. And while you're there, guys, it'd be awesome if you could subscribe to our our band's YouTube page, Love Spirals Official, because we've been kind of like on the down low, the whole time we've been doing Happy Healthy Vegan, but we've been way more active. We're doing way more stuff now. It's probably one reason why we're putting out less content is Happy Healthy Vegan. We've been just getting back. We're just really motivated right now, musically speaking. So please follow us so you'll get notified when we like this. Today we did the video premiere for this a little bit before this live stream on the Love Spirals channel. So yeah, please follow us there and subscribe, because we might start doing some streams on there, some live streams there as well. You know, we'd be practicing doing some music. Maybe we'll just come on and talk about music, you know, talk about bands, inspirations. Maybe I'll just come on and just do a guitar practice for an hour. Who knows, you know? So follow our channel there and check out the new video in better quality than what I just showed you here off my screen. You could watch it, you know, full resolution and all that. So yes, check that out, guys. And I'm glad you guys liked that. I'm really proud. I think you know, we're firing on all cylinders again musically after kind of like being on the down low for like a few years there. You know, just got so wrapped up into producing YouTube content for this channel for so long. It was just hard to like have enough energy to be really passionate about making good music again. So I just had to like take my foot off the Happy Healthy Vegan pedal a little bit. Not done. I'm not quitting or anything like that, but I want to be able to do both. I think I should be able to like make music the way I want to make music, and also, you know, have you know, our vegan activism and outreach as well. So yeah, follow us on Love Spirals. Again, the link is down there. I'll paste it one more time if you didn't see it. This is to the video, but while you're there, yeah, hit our channel, subscribe, and notification button, because yeah, you might see some more of us on there than you know, not than here, but you will see some of us there in the future, I'm thinking. All right, so with that, I should get going. Before I go, I want to also share with you, let me find the link to our new store, our merch store for our new shirts here. It's a different link from what we had before. Here's the shirts. And here is the link. Oops, wrong page. I got all these web browser windows open right now on different screens. Here is our new store right now that Angie made on Teespring, and this is one of them. They're quality. Peter got his 2 already in Canada, so they're not taking too long to ship out. I will vouch for them. They did a really good job. I was a little skeptical if they would be good as our local jobs here that we're doing on with a smaller company, and Teespring did a great job. The shirt's comfy, so check it out if you want to tell people, show people it doesn't suck being vegan, help support our channel, spread a good message out to people. So please check that out as well. I want to thank all you guys that bought the shirts 2 Fridays ago when we showed you the new store. It's finally integrated into our website now. Finally, I had to go make a subdomain yesterday for all you IT nerds out there and link it to our store. It's all happening, so I'm glad I got it working just in time for this live stream. So everything's down there. Our store, our YouTube, our channel for Love Spirals Official. Check out the download video. Leave a comment, like it. Let YouTube know to share it. Let people know that they should check out that our new video. I'm really proud of the job that we did on it. Yeah, Sarah, you should like that, Sarah Smith. Yeah, it's kind of Cocteau Twins with that guitar solo. I think it sounds a hell of a lot like Robin Guthrie, I think, so check it out. I'm really proud of all our work on there. I'm proud of Angie's vocals, the guitars, the music production. I love the new video, the new night kind of vibe that we got there. So yeah, please check it out. And yeah, I want to mention Angie. I said earlier, Angie designed all this stuff. She designed the Doesn't Suck Being Vegan shirt. Give her some props for that too. And she made the Teespring store, the whole thing on her own without pretty much any input from me. She did a great job. All the technical stuff, she figured it out. We're kind of clever when we put our minds to it, We're not too old yet. Yeah, and a Love Spirals tee. Angie's talking about next designing a Love Spirals tee, and we could put it on that store too, which is cool about that. That's cool. We have as much stuff there on we want. It doesn't have to just say Happy Healthy Vegan like this. Doesn't suck being vegan. So you thought you saw vegan gains in the video? No, it's just me and Angie. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna split. This is a super long live stream, but this is a fun live stream. I don't know why. Some are just more lively than others. We had a lot of fun stuff to talk about tonight. A lot of fun anti-vegans too to handle. So I want to thank you guys for being patient and watching and supporting these Friday live streams. I know I say it all the time, but I really enjoy spending my Friday nights live streaming with you. It's something I really look forward to. It's a highlight of my week, let me say. Probably because I don't get out much, other than going to the gym. So it's just my way of socializing, with all y'all. And it's good to see all the regulars and new people come as well. So make sure if you're new, subscribe to Happy Healthy Vegan and hit that notification bell so you'll hopefully get notified by YouTube. They haven't been the best about it lately, but at least you have a fighting chance. So please do that. Thank all our moderators that were on tonight. I saw let's see. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Peter and Uncle have been here. Angie's popped on a little bit too. So thank you guys. So I'm going to wander off into the night and join back forces with my beautiful and talented wife and partner in life, Angie, and figure out the next steps for tonight. Shall we get some pizza, Panda Express, or get it tomorrow? It's getting a little late here. I'm kind of tired. Played basketball 2.5 hours a day. So anyway, guys, thanks for everyone. Thanks for participating and all support, everyone who donated to us. It really helps us. We're a small-time channel just grinding away here. So thanks so much, guys. We appreciate it. All right, guys. So until next time, let's remain happy, healthy, and vegan. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.